Sorry there, boys. I was enjoying the new intro music there. Uh, Good evening. It is Sunday. It is your IBB10 show. Um, well, what can I say? It is coming to the end of the season, but we are not stopping. And the three gentlemen I have with me tonight will be going through the summer with me as well. I have just below me Montgomery Watson Price. He's using his government name this time. Monty, what was your full government name?
So the full government name's got, I think it's 34 characters in it. Montgomery George Henry Watson Price. So
You couldn't get a, when we say the poshest name in football, that is the poshest name in football. And Monty, it's always good to have you on, mate, for another Sunday. I'm also joined by the jet setter, music agent, Billy Wood, who flew back from Boston, was it? Just to be on this show tonight.
Flew into Boston, flew home from JFK. I am, in one word, I'll tell you what I am. I'm fucked. Like, I'm fucked. Great weekend. Flew into Boston on Thursday. Went to a show. It was like a throwing back to that. I threw it back to the early noughties this weekend. So I had a couple of my acts that I look after that are more retro. I had one playing a show in Boston. Yeah, you might remember that they were bigger in America than they were here. They're from the UK. Three lads from up north called BB Mac.
BB Mac.
Yeah.
Mate, I love BB Mac. Yeah.
Back here, baby.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, so they had a show in Boston, mate. They're huge. They sold out their show out there. Then me and the BB Mac boys drove to a casino, Mike, it was right up your neck of the woods, right? Foxwood Casino Resort in Connecticut. 6-7. There you go.
It's a nice bit of the world, that is Connecticut.
Yeah, so I went there. I saw the WWE headquarters, Mike, as well. You'd like that.
You and me tag team will be there one day, Bill.
One day, I'll send you the picture. But we went there. I had a show at Foxwood Casino with them, and it was like it was just like literally like a pop explosion. So another band that I actually put back together called
Hotel.
Yeah, Hotel. Yeah, All or Nothing. All the hits. Then Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC. Everyone remembers NSYNC, all right?
Yeah, I remember NSYNC.
LFO. Anyone remembers LFO? Summer Girls, massive record. And who else was there? I can't remember who else was there. But it was a good night, good show. And then I went to New York. And boys, I'm telling you what, I thought I'm fine. I got on the plane. It was a 6 p.m. flight. I thought I'd be fine. I land at 6 a.m. I'll be absolutely fine. I'll sleep the whole way. And I slept the whole way. I've just got home from football today, which was not encouraging signs out of football today. I'm going to have to be honest. Yeah. I just passed out. I nearly didn't make this pod. Like, I'm not going to show you what's below me. All right. It's not.
You got to do it now. You got to do it. Show.
It's not PG. All right.
Show, Mike. Come on. This ain't a PG show, remember?
Yeah, and maybe later if I stand up getting excited and whatever. But I was asleep until 10 minutes ago. Like I'm flagging. So lucky enough, I was as a zombie. I've got a cup of tea in a Christmas mug, and I'm ready to bust some heads because I think I upset a few people last week. So maybe we upset a few people again today.
We'll get on to that. And also, I'm joined by Mr. Cruzy Campo himself tonight, Mike McCaffrey. How are we?
Yeah, mate, good weekend. Daughter's birthday party, cracking day. Didn't get to any football yesterday because that's a priority. Man United beat Chelsea. Went and catched a little local pub side, well not pub side, park side this morning, the Sussex Sunday. AFC Goring won the league, and that, they're up the road from me. Good bunch of lads out there. And yeah, we had some developments this week. We've been a busy boy on the dugout AI front and everything like that. But I'm looking forward to debating some interesting stuff tonight because there's a lot been going on, and we are at the business end of the season.
We are.
That we are.
So we need to talk charity bets as well. I think down the line, but I think I've lost a few charity bets now.
Has anyone seen Mike? Right, let's go.
I mean, I show up. I still show up. Yeah, and I've got four of these cold cruises to get me through.
Mike.
Oh yeah.
Go on, Lee.
Well, I just want to say, if anyone is in this WhatsApp group or what Mike is drinking on a Sunday night, message. Let us know who's in it, or just if you are one of them that is in it, let us know. Because do you know what? It would be great to find out just what people are betting on. But also,
because if they let me know, we can have an earner, eh?
Exactly that. But also, as you can see, scrolling along the bottom there, we are sponsored this week by Freedom Leisure. Mike, would you like to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so well, actually, it was the man from Del Monte just below me.
It was.
Freedom Leisure have agreed to do a sponsorship till the end of this season here. I've got some stuff I want to talk about more in the middle of the show about Freedom Leisure when we've got a lot more people looking on, because I think they deserve a real shout out. But we'll be talking about them. They're down the bottom, down there. So, but halfway through the show, I want to do a little bit more.
Okay, gentlemen, I think
on that, Lee, I just want to say, based on our sponsorship, all right. Based on our sponsorship, I don't think the Cruisy Campo, mate, you're gonna like. It's not the.
I'm on a mission to get Cruisy Campo to sponsor me, mate. I tag them in everything. Do you know what I started doing as well? Obviously they're from Sevilla, they're Espanol. Yeah. So I've even started translating some of the tweets into Spanish because maybe they can't read English, because I'm banging on the door enough, and they're not here at the moment.
But with Freedom Leisure, I've just signed you up for a whole year's pass, mate. Yeah, this beer, is it going to stop the pump?
Mate, you do know I am Fat Jab Mac. And I'm at the moment, rather than looking like a Big Mac, I'm looking like a little cheeseburger at the moment. It is coming off the weight. I've hit that sub 15 stone category now. Bearing in mind,
done, mate.
I was a big fat motherfucker. 1610.
And ladies and gentlemen, you at home can get the exact same treatment if you did it properly by joining the gym.
Exactly.
Exactly that.
Don't be like Mike.
Gentlemen, I think we need to start with let's start it a little bit.
Cheers,
Mike.
Lee.
There you go, yeah. So I think we need to start with the mass brawl that happened at Littlehampton yesterday against Hayes and Yedding. Obviously, I've only heard what's happened. It started in the tunnel, and then it filtered out with some going out to the pitch. Ref abandoned it. That is as far as I know. Don't know what caused it, who said what. So, gentlemen, is there anyone else can elaborate or anything like that? Let us know a little bit more.
I'll go. First and foremost, we know a lot of the lads over there, in the goals over at LA. So we get to hear one side of the story. Okay? I've got good friends over there, good pals that have done shows with us, including the managers, including the players I've worked with over there. These are good guys, good guys. You know, they're in a relegation scrap at the moment, and they're trying to do the best they can to get their team out of it. Now, all I have seen is one video where someone from the other side sucker punched one of the players or one of the fans or something. When you come out of the Sportsman, there's like a cage. Yeah, you
right.
got the Sportsman is pretty unique. So imagine a tunnel going through, but around it you've got the steps and you go up. And the sportsman's at the top. Yeah, that's where the
Oh, okay.
overlooking. Yeah. Apparently, it kicked off at half time down there. Ref abandoned it. All I know is those lads over there, they wouldn't have been provoked. They would have had to have been severely provoked for that to happen on their turf when their minds are on the game, literally, and staying up as a club.
Was it one of their fans?
I really don't know, but one of them sucker punched one of the players.
Right, so someone sucker punched a player. Yeah, what was the score after? Does anyone know?
I think they were drawing.
Was it 100? Money?
Yeah.
Have a dig
Look at the
into this because I'll be honest. I had a couple of beers yesterday.
It was 2-1 Hayes and Yedding.
Okay.
Right, I'm telling you what I think might happen then. Fans ain't happy with the performance. Something's been said back. Someone's probably had a little clip around the ear. It's all kicked off a little bit. But then I saw the Hayes and Yedding players get involved. So if it wasn't for Littlehampton to Littlehampton, was it a Hayes and Yedding fan that said something, had a little clip, and it's all kicked off? Or did someone have a little clip at Hayes and Yedding player and it's all kicked off? We've got no context. But what we have got is that video. And with all due respect, as a football player, yeah, you've got to know your boundaries. Even if
exactly.
it doesn't excuse anyone, putting their hands on a football player. Like, I think that's scummy. It's not like, look, if anyone put your hands on anywhere, people do react. We're human beings, yeah? But at the same time, you've got to know the bigger context of things. You jumping into supporters or what have you. And by the way, we might be jumping the gun here. It might have nothing to do with supporters. It might just be a player brawl, and the referee's like, "Nah, I'm not having this done." Yeah, but it looked like for me there was people that weren't in kit getting ragged around. Am I right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as players, as role models, yeah,
Absolutely.
young kids who go and watch at all levels of football, and Monty, you are a current player, okay? Is it acceptable under any circumstance that you fight civilians who pay to come into the ground? Under any circumstance, what do you think? Any of it, like, and it can be as controversial as you want there, lads, but is it acceptable? Like,
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
There's no reason or valid explanation for you ever putting your hands on anyone on a football pitch. You're there to play football, to have fun, have a bit of competition and fight for 3 points. That's where the fighting ends, is for 3 points. And then after the game, you go in, you have a pint with the other team, have a laugh and a joke, get on happy days. It should never be anything in a football match that leads and results to punches being thrown.
And we all know, and we've all heard it at football. Fans will say stuff to get the opposition players going, and they will pick because that's what fans do.
It was a Littlehampton fan that got sucker punched. I've just got
so a player.
Huh?
What, a fan got hit by a player?
It's looking like that, yeah.
What, a Littlehampton player?
No.
No, Littlehampton fan got.
I'm going to send something through to you now to have a look at.
Right, okay.
Because I don't want to speculate. But look,
Yeah.
It definitely looked like one of their fans was sucker punched. Do you know what I mean? So.
Okay, so rather than putting the heat, like I'll have a look when it comes through, right? But my thing is this. Here we go. Right, so fan. We're not going to show the footage, but yeah, from behind. Ah, right. Okay. So it's all kicked off. Yeah, it's all kicked off. Of course you can. If someone lays hands on you, what do you do? Pull that up again. No. I think, Giles, I think you're wrong there. I think you're wrong. Do I think anyone should lay anyone's hands on anyone? Absolutely not. But I think as a football player,
there's got to be an element of self-defense, Bill.
Self-defense, maybe. But then looking at that video, everyone's running in. Like it's not self-defense if you're running into the trouble, is it?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like
you can defend yourself reasonably, but But then when you're running after people, you're then being the aggressor.
If, like, for example, say I'm walking down the tunnel. Let's just say, Mike, I'm number 10. I'm overweight, fat, which I am anyway. Yeah, but I'm number 10. I'm walking, and someone goes, "Oi, you, Billy Wood, you cunt," blah, 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 and I'll turn around and go, "Oh, yeah," and they hit me. Yeah, they just hit me because they're close enough to hit me.
Yep.
And I fucking start fighting them back. That's not self-defense, is it? Self-defense is when you're getting.
If they beat you first, Bill.
No.
That's an unprovoked attack. Oh no, and
that's the sort of stuff.
You've got to be there to defend yourself. But I understand what you're saying about chasing after and going on again.
Yeah, but for example, I'm walking down, someone clocks me, yeah, and I go and fucking start having a ruck with them. That's not self-defense. That's having a fight, right? If someone's had a pop at me and they're jumping on me and I fucking put my arms up, I'm blocking them off, and I'll go down the tunnel and get away from it, yeah, that's self-defense. I've defended myself against further attacks, and I've got out of the danger.
Yeah.
Not if I'm jumping in having a fucking brawl. Not like, and I'm not being. That's not me being a pussy about it. I'm just saying I just don't think what bravado and all that bollocks. No, you're a football player or getting paid to do something. But like, I think you have. I don't think I'm not trying to say that you should be held on a pedestal, but players shouldn't be fucking fighting. And the problem we've probably got here is there's so many different variables. It could have been a family member of one of the players. It could have been like there's so many variables, yeah, you don't know. Like if your dad was getting beaten up, what are you going to do? You're going to run in there to drag him out there, right? And you might throw a few punches. But I just think this is becoming way and way too often, not just in Sussex, but how many weeks are we seeing on X and social media, people scrapping at football?
Yeah.
It's fucking
in it a lot.
Like it's with all due respect, grow the fuck up. Not just the players, but supporters. Grow the fuck up. You're embarrassing football. You're embarrassing yourself. And if you're proving that you probably only have 3 brain cells to rub together, like between 400 or whatever you are, yeah. And it's pathetic. And if it was let's just say it was a Little Hampton fan who may have started, let's say he started it, Mike. We've been said they've been sucker punched, yeah? But let's just say they've drawn on a problem, yeah? Little Hampton have to review, and I don't care if that fan's a family member, a committee member, a chairman's son, whatever they are, yeah? And there might not be any of those. That's just me throwing some variables.
Yeah.
It should be banned from football. I just don't see why, with all due respect, step 4 football makes people do that.
No, and have you seen what the outcome is today?
No, sorry, I'm fucked. So no.
I mean, to be fair, I don't. It's now been replayed on Tuesday. This Tuesday.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah,
at the Sportsman behind closed doors.
So there's So like that. Like, I'm not saying it needs to go out in public, but something has massively happened, and to play it behind closed doors tells you everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, from my stance on it is from what I've seen, I've heard, and bearing in mind, let's get it right. I don't have links with the other club or anything like that. I don't. You know. So I've heard that happened. Fans got. There was a sucker punch going in there, and the team were gutted about it. I know the officials from the club were really gutted about it. You know, especially there's a couple of players that I had there that were playing as well. So, look, I think they made the right decision.
I'm looking at the footage, and the number 7 from Little Hampton, yeah. He goes and jumps in and gets this number 10 who runs in there, throws the punches from number 10 from Hayes if that's the team. He gets it right in between. He doesn't throw any punches. He's holding the geezer back.
Yeah, I saw that. I know the bit you're on about, yeah.
Looking at the Little Hampton players, just assessing it, it looks like from my perspective,
they're trying to pull them apart.
They're trying to defend their turf and literally trying.
Little Hampton from that, I don't look like they're windmilling in or getting involved. It looks like they're getting things out of the way.
Yeah,
because
shame on Hayes, mate. Shame that number 10. He runs like he's Linford Christie on acid. Yeah. Round the side, it's like he jumps up.
Yeah.
Brian Lane Superman punches. Comes
Yeah,
over the top.
and it looked, and to be fair, a little bit of a pussy punch anyway.
It was a bit, yeah. Number 10, come on the pod.
Embarrassing.
Right. So away from that now. As Billy said, just near the beginning of the pod, this pod last week, from what we were talking about, and as we always say, this pod is just opinions. That's all it is. If you don't agree with our opinions, tell us. And if you say we're correct, we go and we will always find a solution. But Bill,
Yeah.
we this pod seemed to have set a few people last week.
Yeah, it did. It did. And by the way, we don't set up to upset people. It's
No.
not about me. This isn't us trying to put on an act. We are sometimes a bit forward about things. And I think there's some real soft people out there, right? Who don't like to be on the spotlight of what we do. And this podcast got labeled something, which is rubbish, by the way. I'm a bit anal in it, and I looked back and saw how much I've talked about one team, and the percentage of it is less than 5% across the whole pod. So they're talking shit, which is great. But that always comes from when people don't like what they don't like to hear. So if you're just I kind of want to paint a little picture.
Paint a picture
of life, right?
Go on.
And then I want to kind of break down a little bit. He does, Aaron. He does wear women's clothes, and I agree. And
it's being retired. I said that.
And batter him for it, please. Okay. And I've heard he's wearing that and that only to the playoff final. Nothing else.
Flashing, mate.
Watch out, boys.
He's gonna get picked. He's gonna get
oh
picked.
Yeah.
We always knew he's a flasher. So
you meet me at the crossroads.
Like I just want to be frank here. We have got friends. All of us have got friends in Sussex football. All of us. And obviously, I'm involved in a club. Monty's involved in the club. Monty's had some bad losses and been quite frank and open about those, and thrown his team, not his team, but even himself under the bus in that situation. I've thrown myself under the bus many times about situations on here. Also talked quite candidly about Hastings. Yeah. Just you're in the Southern combination.
I'll still make my way, don't you worry.
Coming for you. It's coming for you. But I've been really frank about the good and the bad at Hastings. Like really, really frank about it. And to the point where it might have upset people within. But that's the point of this pod, is to be transparent.
Yeah.
The reason why we are getting nearly 3,000 live listeners on a Sunday. And on Positive Podcasts and Successful Podcasts, I just want to give Trev and the guys a shout on the Wednesday pod for finishing in, what's it, number 8? Was it number 8 on the list?
We've our podcast, we set up the SNLF podcast, which is Wednesdays on YouTube X, or the same thing. We came voted 8th nationally. Now we started that up just under 2 years ago, so I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy.
Well done, mate.
And but this is a totally different show. That is
we are positive. So I just want to say massive congratulations to Trev, yourself,
well done,
and Chris on that. It's been a consistent podcast for a few years now, and you're getting your flowers. So congratulations, and
thank you guys.
And anyone posting on the or contribute to the Sussex scene, it's not like we think we're gospel. There's always different takes to what we do, right? And what people think. Exactly. And they're different to us, we're different to them. But again, congratulations, guys. Massive congrats.
Thank you, guys.
So, going back to the point about us having friends and stuff, there's people that are our mates, and there's people that I get on with that I have battered on here and not fallen out with, but disagreed with. And we have text messages back and forth. There's other managers that have come forward in defense of other clubs and gone, Bill, I didn't think that was right, or this wasn't the right fact. And we've either corrected ourselves, or I've doubled down and told them why I believe that, and that's my opinion. And it's always been my opinion. It's always been respectful. Same when Mike says something a bit controversial, even Lee and Monty the same. And then on top of that, there's times where people really applaud it. Like we get so many praises for how open we are.
Absolutely do, yeah.
And I don't want us to change that. So there was a time, and we're going to talk about the bet we've had, because we did upset a club down in the Southern Combination, and we had a bet. I said that they would finish in the bottom 3. Mike said no. Yeah, and we are, like, we do talk about. I think we do, and I think it's the best way to be. It's like, even myself, I fucking will absolutely throw myself on coals if the point makes sense. And if we're wrong, we get proven wrong as well, and that's fine as well. Am I right?
Yeah,
absolutely, mate. Yeah,
I couldn't echo exactly what you said better. This show is about opinions. An opinion is our opinion. It might not be the right one.
exactly.
Sometimes it isn't. But what we do, we get people talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's something out there, we'll discuss it. But if we're wrong, we will publicly say we're wrong. And we don't mind doing that at all. We don't mind doing that.
Also, if we're shit and we don't know what we're talking about, does it really matter if we say something you don't like?
Well, I mean, I've got no football knowledge, so I've been voted in the polls for that. So
you don't know what he's talking about.
But
exactly.
This show will always be on the edge. This show will always be controlled by you guys at home being able to ask us questions, whether it's on air, off air, and put something on the show. That's how it is. Is it controversial? I hope so.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we will talk about topics that the others won't, but we will come with receipts. Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna pull the curtain back, and again, probably upset people by pulling the curtain back. Last week, I was just like, announcing your new manager out. Now I've got the reasons. There's and I want to shine some good light on this. Not all negative. This is not all negative. We said Lockswood. They've just announced that the manager's staying, but they could get relegated. Is that rewarding failure? That was the question, right? That was the
Yes, it was.
And I've had some dialogue with the manager there, and the reason
Who's a good guy? Who's a good guy, Ian?
Yeah, he's not been horrible to me at all. Not at all. But I understand that there are people that are a bit on edge there. They were under the spotlight last year. Let's be frank, as a club. And again, circumstantial or not, finishing in the bottom 3 of the league below is it's not a good sign. Same as Lancing getting relegated this year. It's not good. It's not great, is it? It's not job well done. They might have cleared things up off the pitch, but they've now suffered another. Like, we play football first and foremost, suffered another relegation. So that upset people. But what I wanted to do was be not double down on the fact, but say, look, finishing in the bottom 3 in that league is considered relegation. Whether you get relegated or not, you should not be relying on reprieves, Mike. You should not. And that should not be
reprieves. There shouldn't be reprieves.
I think it's rubbish. I think if you get reprieved, to live at and imagine if you go and win the league the following year, it's crap, right? And also there might be a team low in the league below that's ready to come up that are getting stifled because you've been reprieved. So we had a bet last week, but the bet's over. Technically not over. It's going into a really interesting
last
weekend,
day.
Right? So
we're going to talk about the last day as well. But as far as I'm concerned, the bet was set. I said not top 3. You said relegation. There, £100 that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to sort out one of Biddy's many charities that he helps out.
But also on top of that, I said that I'll do the match day sponsor. I'm going to do the match day sponsor anyway.
Good.
We'll do it anyway.
Good. I like that.
We're going to do it for the club anyway because and it's not going to I'm not going to put my face on it and whatever. It'll be a charity that I'll sponsor in behalf of, right? So for some exposure for a charity, we will also. What's that? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Who they lose to? So, like, for example, I look at it like this: they are still not going to. If they win, Oak would lose, and there's a 11-goal swing. And by the way, You say that, Mike.
It's not happening.
What if they win 5-0 away at Uckfield and then Oak would lose 6-0 to Infinity?
You-
No.
They're not
No,
going to.
no,
It's not
I
that
don't.
crazy
Not
when you
happening.
put it like that.
No, it ain't happening, lads. I'm prepared to double down on that bet to try and get it back.
Right. But look,
Because we're looking at about 50 to 1 off. You know?
so for example, well, let's be real. Okay, they finished in the bottom 3. It's a relegation season. That's not considered success on paper by anyone's books. However, there has been things that they've had to stabilise off the pitch, from what I understand.
Yes,
Correct.
Correct.
Yep.
And they feel longevity with this management team will give them that.
And I've
Now-
met them. They're good guys.
And it will
Really,
be,
yeah, they are. Yeah, they are good guys. Yeah, we've both met them.
and also it might be step 6 next year again if they get the reprieve. So not here to judge. We said our piece last week. I said they were finishing the bottom 3. You said no. An 11 goal swing says they will, but we'll find out officially next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're some of the criticism and that. I saw some things, and I just went straight to them and just said, "This is how it is. No problems. Done." Do you know what I mean? Good club, like it. Wonderful burgers. It's
Oh, the burgers are. Yeah,
But don't think because we get on with a club or we're friends with a club and we like a club that we're going to
exactly.
absolutely.
Buy
That
you,
won't
that's
change.
to buy you away
That
from
will
problem.
not change. That will not change.
No.
You know,
Like,
we
it's
have
like
to
Burgess
be-
Hill manager and Burgess Hill chairman come up to me, didn't he, and said like how much like he was a fan of the pod and what have you. He said the same to you, Lee, the following week.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
There's a fan. But then I went and said I'm not too sure about what's happened to Jay Lovett. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we get praise, so I actually let Burgess Hill off the hook. No, it doesn't work like that.
No
That's
team.
why there isn't a. That's why there isn't a show like this. There
Yeah,
isn't a show.
no team is
Or
off the hook.
association,
Yeah,
No.
you know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad we cleared that up. That's cleared up. Everything's all love and roses again.
exactly.
Probably not. I'm probably going to get another message.
We get another blowback.
I can't believe you brought it up. Like,
Yeah, why? Why'd you bring it up again?
Yeah.
Because we needed to clear the air, and that's what we do on this show. So, just want to talk about something that Billy mentioned in that then was Lancing going down for another relegation. Now, what I want to say though is, apart from their relegation, do you see them coming straight back up next season?
it all depends.
Yeah,
Depends.
there's a lot of variables.
Any team going into that Div 1 think they can do it with kids, ain't going to happen.
Not going to happen. No.
Like neither of them. Like,
No.
it's not going to happen. And how many of those players? Well, actually, look, they all got relegated. So I hate this point. Knowing teams get relegated and players get a relegation on the CV, and then they think they're like, no, I want to stay at step 5, or I'm staying at step 4. Like, what? Why? You're the one who got relegated. Why do you have the
Yeah.
divine right to play at like a level of football as well?
Clearly, you haven't been good enough.
Yeah,
That's why you're relegated.
yeah, but that happens a lot, and that happens across
Yeah.
football, like men's and women's football. But going to the Lancing situation, there's no news on if they're gonna if Dow's staying in as manager. Like, there's no news there. I think Dow he's not stupid. He's not stupid. He would know that he's massive. He's a big, massive advocate for youth football. Obviously, had a great Lewis sides. Then Lewis boys went
Very
wild.
good. Like,
Then they went back to Lewis and what have you. They're all very good, always good, and always competitive. Had a little bit of edge to them, and played good football. Good lads that came through there, and he carried on, keep churning that out for a fair few years. It's whether he still wants to do senior football. I look at it like that. This year might have been a lot for him.
Mm.
But
as a manager, when you've been through a season like that takes a lot out of you.
A lot. It's I don't know. Like how many games?
It becomes part of your life. You went through that situation, yeah.
Yeah, but mine was.
I didn't really like management. Didn't really
Did
like
not. Mine was short-lived, Mike, in the sense of with Lancing. Very short-lived. It was 10 or 11 games, right? I forget. It felt like I'd done 500 games. It felt like I should get a plaque.
Well, you let in about 500 goals, mate. So
Yeah, boom.
Oh, Mike. Whenever Billy sees the B word come up, he starts to shake the sweat.
one
I
thing
saw
I do.
Leo Panas absolutely destroy East Grinstead yesterday. 4 goals against him. I was like, that's exactly what he did. He did against me, but he did against his old team. Like, that must have been painful for Merston. But I don't know. Like with Lance, look, with both teams going down, Lancing and Shoreham, they're the confirmed 2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Both at crossroads. Like not like Lee's jacket. See you in the crossroads. They're both at a crossroads, and with that crossroads, they've got to decide what they want to do. Stu's been there and done it before. He's worn the t-shirt. He's got his team up before at Shoreham. This is a situation Lancing haven't been in for a very long time. They're still playing a very attractive ground for players, like 3G pitch.
Yeah.
One thing that we must mention about Lancing is how they've changed the finances from very negative to
very good.
to satisfactory now through Martin Gander.
Martin Gander has done tremendous off the pitch, but I'm sure that's absolutely drained him as well.
Yeah, he can't do it all himself.
He can't.
No.
So Lancing might have to start a new project. And then no, not me. Like
no. I tell you what, that would be proper banter, though, wouldn't it?
Billy Rocks back up.
If that somehow happened, we'd do a documentary on that.
Step 6, my level, mate. My level. I'm good at step 6. So no, but it all depends what they want to do. If they're gonna, I know they had a lot of under 18 sides. I think they had, I'm not too sure, but 3 under 18 sides. Project Wood.
That's the story.
Project Wood. But I think for both of those clubs, they're going to have to look at, right, if we want to go back up, what's that going to take? Yeah. Are we set up for that? Are we like, for example, it's hard. Mike, you've been there, you've been in the dugout. When you're in a slump and the slump continues,
it's a lonely place, Bill.
It is, but then it's really hard to get yourself back up in the same environment. And so what I mean by that, now you hear about new manager bounce. That's a thing.
Yes.
And it didn't happen for either of those clubs who went down this year at all. New manager bounce. None of them had new manager bounce. But when you're in a situation, it's the same, and you go into the following season, it's the same. It's really hard to change the tide. So that might be bringing in different staff to just freshen the place up, changing the whole squad, which, with due respect to both of those sides, Lancing have probably got more players that will compete top end of step 6 than Shoreham have. From my watching anyway, that's my opinion. It's going to be tough. Both have to rebuild, but it depends on what the rebuild is. And I would suggest to both of them, do not take step 6 lightly. There's going to be teams with big money in there. Yeah, there's going to be teams coming up. I don't know what, like, you got Halsham coming up after a really successful season. I think they could be a problem. You've got Westfield. Yeah, either that league or the Stablers. Yeah, they could be going to the Skeffel though. But if they go to the Skeffel, I think they struggle. If they go into some combination, I think, sure, I ain't watched 2 games. Where have you put that?
Billy's snuck in a few times, Stu.
More than 2 games, Stu. Don't you worry about that, my man. And away from home, remember. I've not watched a lot of Lancing though. I've seen some clips. I've spoken to a few of the players, but I've not seen enough. But I look at the team sheets, and anyone knows me, I'm out there a lot, and I'm speaking to, and I see a lot of things. There's going to be teams coming up. There's teams in that league. For example, Godalming have got out, and we bigged up Mo last week. Yeah. Look at that playoffs. There's teams like, let's say Billy don't get, you pay for it. Snuck in. I'm out. My money left, Stu. I couldn't afford to pay for the rest. I needed a media pass, but I look at it and go like, let's just say Billinghurst don't win the play. Let's say Infinity win the playoffs. Let's just say that. I'm not saying they're going to, but let's just say. You then got Billinghurst down there. You still got, obviously, Arundel aren't in the playoffs now. They'll have a go next year as well. You've also got in that league, you've got
Worthing United.
Worthing United. Let's just say Worthing
United go up.
No, but I'm just saying, let's just say they don't. I'm saying Worthing, Infinity, Reigate, Billinghurst, Walcalnians might get moved on, but let's just say they stay there.
It reminds me of the Championship, how hard it is to get out of that.
Oh, God, yeah.
Milo, I read you, like, Milo now as well. Like, let's be honest, they've been doing a lot better. I won that bet, Stu, by the way. Didn't Stu have a bet?
Did. Yeah.
You bet with me?
About Marlow finishing playoffs.
And then ensure I'm staying up. So I'm on a roll with these bets, by the way. If I bet against your club, Lord have mercy. Saltdean, I'm not going to say it again, Lol, because you'll shoot me. But they'll be up there challenging as well.
Lowell got battered this weekend, didn't he? Won't be happy about that.
Yeah, they did have a good result.
That was whooping. It was an absolute whooping. But then you've got like teams like East Preston always do all right. It's a hard league.
It's a very hard league.
You only have to look at for example, between the playoffs, so between Billinghurst and Jarvis Brook, it's only 9 points. And Chelsea 9 points. Mile Oak, it's only 13 points. That's not a lot, really. So your top 10, 11 are really, really tight.
Yeah, so 100%. And just what you said, that Jarvis Brook, they've done well this year.
Yeah,
really well.
Competed.
100%.
Come up, competed, and they've come up from the Div 2 rather than coming in from the Mid Sussex, and they've done all right, haven't they? They've done all right. Talking about that league, just got to give Stefan Arnos a shout out. Kept a clean sheet for Ring Me yesterday. They kept themselves up.
Was that one clean sheet in 20?
Big
He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to use his washing machine. That one, that's for sure. it's never clean. But I heard. So I saw it on social media that Barry, I'll talk about that in a sec.
Yeah, come back onto that.
Can you pin that later for us, because we're definitely Yeah, Tommy kept bringing her up. First year in that level, well done. I've seen the footage of their centre half trying to celebrate and
he broke his arm.
He popped his shoulder.
Yeah, celebrated. And he's like, Layla, like everyone's like, laugh. It's horrible, but
rare occasion.
Oh, nice. But thankfully, the physio was in the room when it happened.
Well, that's all right then.
Right. Can I just jump in quickly? Because I've got a little bit of breaking news.
Oh.
And I want to thank Dave from Crawley Down Gatwick for letting us announce this before they've even announced it on their socials. It's going live on their socials in 15 minutes.
Go for it, Mike.
We are proud and excited to announce that Martin Benatar has agreed to stay on as manager on a permanent basis. Martin's input has been pivotal all season, and he has steered the club through some of the difficult periods over the last couple of months, ensuring our survival in the SEFL Premier Division. Martin's beliefs align with our one club ethos, and his warmth, honesty, and wealth of knowledge have steadied the ship. We're excited to see where the journey will take us next season. The Anvils family. That was from Dave Connor, chairman of Crawley Down Gatwick. Dave, my boy, thank you for letting us say that. I want to say
thank you, mate.
Martin, great club up there. You know, tough conditions they work under. And, you know, he did steady the ship. He did keep Crawley Down Gatwick up where they should be. And I really hope this is the start of something good for them. So, yeah.
Dave,
well done.
Dave's the top guy, right? So, like me and Dave actually crossed paths in the women's game with the Crawley Wasps situation merging into Hayward Heath. And Dave's a great guy. He's done fantastic things at Crawley Down Gatwick. Probably would have been a bit disappointed the situation they're in this year. Probably been disappointed with that. But the guy's come in, done the job. He's made the decision that he's gone with his heart on it. With a bit of kind of nous to it, because the guy's done a good job. And hopefully they can take that into the new season.
Yeah, I do as well. But yeah, and just want to say thanks once again for the trust in letting us do that. You know the protocol. Normally they announce it on the normal channels, but he's been a supporter from day one. So long may it continue. Thank you, Dave. Good luck to call it down Gatwick, and good luck
good luck
for the rest of the season.
No, good. Absolutely, good luck. And on a note of praise, I just want to just say well done to Dale at Reigate as well for getting into the not creep, but getting into the playoffs this season. And who
I didn't think they were going to
knows?
do it.
I'm telling you, I was not like I played the second game. Like, so when they came up last year, they didn't come up through. They finished like fourth or whatever in the league because the other teams couldn't go up, and they got put up like well, yeah, we'll talk about that, Beth. We'll 100%. But
first queen of the dugout, Beth.
She was, and I've said to you, I really enjoyed that one as well. It's really nice seeing how people come into football outside of football. But talking about Reigate Priory, they came up and they played us, and it was a real tough game for them. But they showed real fight in that game. I think we blitzed it, but they gave us a little bit of a scare by getting a couple of goals back. It just showed a bit of bollocks about them. And I remember speaking to them there and I said, look, this year, I'm sure this year will be a big learning curve for you, but like, keep fighting a good fight, and I'm sure something good will come of it. Look what they've done this year.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think what Coach Wyatt, Aaron, all the boys over there have done a fantastic job. We know
every player has to get sponsorship as well, by the way.
Yes, I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
These guys ain't charging a $1 a game or something like that. These guys have to literally either get sponsored or they pay match fees. Yeah. And the club as a whole service, I think when I spoke to Dale, it's around 1,000, kids or something like that.
He said on the pod to us here that it's around about 1,000.
I'm not sure about the shirt colours though. It does something to my eyes.
I really like the shirt.
That's what I said to Aaron. I said enjoy it. I said enjoy this season.
Be like Priory. I say it there. Be Priory. Be president. I like that.
I did this to Aaron. I said to him, I said, just enjoy it. Every moment, enjoy it. When you get beat, take your beatings when you get them, but learn from them and just enjoy it. And they were rather pay £5 clubs. No, everyone rather gets a ready.
We'll come to him. We'll come to him in a minute.
Come on, the readies are coming.
We'll come to him in a minute. I've got something to say.
But with regards to kind of their thing, I watched them play. I've watched I think 2 of their games this year, and my man Brian, who went there later on the season, Big BT, he sent me some bits as well because he always does, and they're really refreshing and on the eye attacking wise. Reigate Priory, they really do go at it and they have a go, and it's really interesting. And I was just, Mo, you just taken the words out of my mouth.
He's like a prophet.
He sees the future.
What do you reckon he got nicked for that picture to be taken?
It must have been something. Must be something.
It's upside down. Is the picture upside down?
I'll be seeing Mo on Saturday as well, because I'm going to be going to the Worthing United Godalming game, so it'd be good to have a catch up with him and see the Worthing United boys as well. So just quick, your guy Sayers, then when he said about the £5 subs fees, whatever it was.
Guys, a Rolls Royce player. We saw Sazzy this week when Rustington really took apart Howsham in the cup final.
Yeah,
we'll have a bit of mention of that later, but we were there. Great game. Well, great one-sided game, to be fair.
Yeah, he did say to me as well. He dropped me a message and he did say, "Will I be getting a mention?" I went, "Don't you worry. Sunday coming up, you'll get a mention, my friend."
Wait, they didn't play Howsham, did they? It was TD Shipley.
Oh, sorry, it was Shipley. Yeah, so apologies, Howsham. It was TD Shipley. There's one thing that reminded me about the Crawley Down thing. Just go back there.
Go on then.
Shoreham played Crawley down a couple of weeks ago. Last week. And one of the great supporters of the show, Luca Slaney. Silence, yeah. He had a problem after the game. He's currently laid up. Respiratory problem. It was a pretty, shocking thing. He was, literally went down, couldn't breathe, took to A&E, and that he now can't play for the rest of the season. Not that there's, it's the right decision because there's nothing to play for, but sort of wish Lucas Slaney a big and speedy recovery because he's a diamond of a player. He really is.
Well, I can say
I love seeing the fact that he's back playing at Shoreham with his old man at the helm there. Although his old man at the helm needs a bit of Billy's advice on the music because the stuff they're putting out pre-match, I mean, it was like an acid trip in the 80s, mate. I tell you.
Well, you say that I did just go to America for a Pop 2000 tour. So
mate, I tell you what, these songs were played when you were a sperm in your dad's sack, mate.
Really?
They were that old, I tell you. So
well,
we have to change that. But shout out Lucas Slaney and get well soon, buddy.
Well, I can say I saw Stu today because he asked me to come down to Shoreham because there was a charity event going on, and well, he wanted a YouTuber, mate, not a podcaster. But no, Luke was there, and I was talking to him, and he looked really good
on. I think he's a fantastic player. And when I said I mentioned earlier about a few players that you kind of would build around, I think if he doesn't get nicked by someone else, and I know it's easier because his old man's there, but if he has left, so he's one that they need to keep, in my opinion.
Yeah. Monty, welcome to the show, mate. How are
you? Mon, let's while we've got you here for the moment, as I know you're a busy guy, let's talk about your final home game at the magnificent Theatre of Trees. Tell us, mate. Talk to us.
Well, big crowd, by the way.
Are they real specs, by the way, mate? Because they're big, those specs.
Yeah, real glasses.
I want to get mine in a minute.
Blind as a bat. But yeah, great game. I don't know how many people we had in attendance. Didn't look like there were many. But it was genuinely the most enjoyable game of football I've played in for a long time.
I heard you reduced them to maybe a shot or two on target.
They had 2 shots. One was a direct free kick, and the other one, one was a direct free kick from 35 yards out, and the other one was a shot from the touchline, which I think was a cross, which he got wrong. That was it. That's all they got. We played some absolutely brilliant football. I've never.
He's like Carl Kent, isn't he?
I've never passed the balls.
Oh, it's frozen like Carl Kent.
We don't have any supporters. We've got the committee. That's as far as our support. Fans. That's as far as our support goes.
A lot though. The Roffey faithful went wild.
I love it.
We played some great football. Beautiful. I used my left foot for the first time in about 3 years.
That would impress
which surprised me.
Be happy you've said that, mate.
But I mean, really, really good football. Josh Neath, scored a great goal, to be fair. But yeah, played some really, really good football. Little comment, we know they're a tricky team. They're always going to be a tricky team to play. Like they beat Hayward Heath a couple of weeks ago, but the way we played, it was something I've not felt for a long time. I had real enjoyment playing the game, and I only touched the ball with my hands twice.
That's probably why I enjoyed it.
Obviously, we know that Jack's becoming a suit. He's moving up to the boardroom, to serve up mine and Billy's prawn sandwich when we turn up.
Yes.
Is Naz out and about around the club at the moment? Is he watching the games? Is he?
So,
Anything you can tell us, Mon?
well, I can tell you for a fact he's not taking any training sessions because we've had one since about February. All in. And,
oh, Jack, you've been called out on that, mate.
and that one, and I'll be brutally honest, that one was ahead of the Guernsey YM weekend, and we played headers and volleys for about an hour and a half.
Hold on. Wait. We need to pause everything. Everything, Mike. Pause everything. Stop. You, right. Wait.
He's getting stacked in the morning.
I need to rethink. So you don't train a lot there?
Not at the moment, no.
No,
Why?
they play headers and volleys, Billy.
No. Why?
They play World Cup.
We've not been training because we've had too many injuries. We'd get 3 or 4 at training. We've had so many injuries. We've got work and stuff.
Made of pasta over there.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, at
Triple
one point,
class.
I think as of 2 or 3 weeks ago, you saw we went to Pagham and our bench consisted of an under-23s player who it was his first game since November because he'd had surgery, and Jack Monday was our subs bench. That was how short of numbers we are. We had our left winger playing right back. I mean, that's how short of numbers we've been recently. But yeah, we've had one training session of headers and volleys for an hour and a half. That was our solitary training session. But Naz, yeah, he came in before the game yesterday, did 2 or 3 minutes of just not basic instructions. Oh yeah, Wembley knockouts as well, Beth. Funny enough, Wembley knockouts was won by Jack Monday.
What's the prize?
Wait. I thought Naz was taking the reins next year. He's taking team talks already.
He did 2 minutes of just like basic stuff, and then he's always up in the tower. You know, Roffy, we've got the little.
We know the tower, Mike.
Is that where I did the commentary from?
Yes,
Yeah,
mate. That's where we were.
He's up in there, passing out little instructions where he sees fit.
So, Naz, welcome back.
Yeah,
He's already back.
Nazball.
Jack's already
Nazball.
down Savile Row, isn't he? He's down Savile Row getting tailored up for his suit. He can't wait. He can't wait till the end of the season, can he?
I feel bad. I feel like obviously it's not like this, but I feel like Jack's just manager's come in and having his team while he's watching. Do you know what I mean?
Jack's down the tailors, isn't he?
But Jack's playing Wembley doubles, and every time we see him, what you want to do when you see him, you want to ask him how he's getting on playing for the Vets, because every single time I see him, he reminds me I'm the top scorer for the Vets. You see, we won the league. I mean,
how many? Who's your last game?
We're away at Peacehaven.
You know he's starting himself up front, isn't he?
he's playing any final game. He's doing it.
If he does, we are going to talk about it for 2 hours on the pod.
Yeah.
We're going to go through and analyse. We're going to get a copy of the video, and we're going to go through and analyse his final thing. Imagine
his
that.
touch, everything.
I'd love that. Jack, you're out there because I know you watch it, mate.
I know Jack's not like kind of like bothered because obviously he's stepping up, right, and he's buzzing probably that Naz is coming in. But surely he still gets to like see out his last another geezer coming in and grabbing your team. And then little go think of them to then. Do you know what I mean?
Jack picks the team. Jack picks the team. He does all the like the real managerial stuff. Naz came in and literally just gave us the simple instructions like keep it simple, be patient, don't force the ball. That's basically all Naz said. But
Money, do you reckon you'll get dropped for the last game?
Naz ball wins games.
But
Money, you're a bit like Guy on that show. You're the one that leaks the team details, isn't it? You leak it live on the show.
He's our little mole for inside.
It's been removed.
But if anyone wants to know the secret to beat YM, anyone in the playoffs, Wembley doubles and headers and volleys on the Thursday night. That's how you beat them. That's what we did. And we beat them because they had 10 men for 45 minutes.
Brilliant. I love this. Love this. Well, look,
Right.
What's been going on, lads?
So,
done.
one thing I want to say. So, obviously, Monty, you got your glasses on. Bill, when you had your specs on before, I've realised who you look like with them on.
Go on.
Some people know this. Joe 90.
Yeah, they are like Joe 90 glasses.
Yeah.
They're massive, mate.
Like,
I love
yeah.
them. I'm gonna go and find them in a minute. But they're very therapeutic. I wear them sometimes just around the house. So when people call me, right? When people call, it tells me, or I get a message. It tells me who it's from, so I know if I can ignore it or not. It's great.
I love that.
Stefanos. No,
Yeah. Delete.
Take them off and throw them in the corner.
So, what else is going on? Want to talk about National League South?
Yeah.
You're gonna come up with. I know what you're gonna say. Worthing bottling it.
I'm just sticking by what I said
Ain't happening.
about the very beginning of this.
You've already said as well that you're the one with the least football knowledge on it. You were voted that. All right. So, go on. What were you going to say?
To be fair, Worthing have kind of proved me wrong by failing under pressure. If they won at the weekend, they'd have been up, promoted, done. Not worry about the last day.
There's some big games.
Yeah, look.
Last week, big games.
They've got now. Yeah. I fully expect them to go and win on Saturday.
Mike, they got our game though.
Ebbsfleet.
Yeah. My son got the last child ticket. I didn't even manage to get a ticket.
Really? But then saying that, Hornchurch are the other team that could win it because Dawkins' goal difference means it's 9 impossible and same
It's
for him.
impossible, yeah.
Could Dawkins finish out in the playoffs as well?
No. First. They're in the playoffs. No, they could drop it like.
Well,
yeah,
if Maidenhead win, I believe.
I'm sure one of the permutations is that.
To not finish in the playoffs, they need Maidenhead, Western, Ebbsfleet, Torquay, and Hemel all to win.
Which
and
ain't
them
gonna
to lose.
That's Sam Acker.
Yeah,
that really is. Yeah,
and Maidstone could slip in on goal difference on the day as well because they got better goal difference than Western Supermare, and they match Ebbsfleet. So if Ebbsfleet lose to Worthing, let's just say Ebbsfleet lose to Worthing, Worthing 2-0, they'll drop down to a goal difference of plus 19. And let's just say Maidstone go to Bath City, who by the way are relegated. Yeah,
they're down. They got their
and win 1-0. They would finish higher than them. And if Maidenhead don't win, they would sneak in. So it's really tight. But I can't see. I think Hornchurch. I think Hornchurch. What like I say? Who did I say? Hornchurch have? Hornchurch have.
Maidenhead.
The Maidenhead are trying to get into the playoffs. Ebbsfleet will want to secure their playoff space as well. Yeah, they will want to. Mate, it's really.
It's not a full gone.
Remember last season, final day of this, it all went tits up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I fully expect Worthing sold out their allocation in 48 hours.
So they're going to have over 3,000 there again.
Closer to 4,000.
Sorry, I mean 4. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
It's going to be packed out. Everyone's going to be there. Everyone's going to be on the source.
Yeah.
The away boy fanatics who do the let's say the old ultras for Worthing and that. Yeah.
Do you need a ticket, Mike? Do you need a ticket?
Oh, well, I would take it.
He would like a ticket.
Otherwise, I'll be watching on DAZN.
Let me see what I can do.
Oh, mate. Well, my son got one anyway, so he'll be there in spirit. But anyway, I fully expect Worthing to get the job done. I fully expect. Look, me and you, actually 3 of us, were having a beer with Meanie at Carlton Road the other day, right? This was just before the bank holiday, and for people that don't know, John Meanie's the assistant coach, number 2. Right? He said exactly how they were going to beat Eastbourne Borough. Obviously, it was pretty tight. But he also said, more importantly, how they go and beat Dorking. And he was super confident. Obviously, he has to be like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. but he was to the money. You know, I think they've got enough to get it over the line and get it done. You know, are they ready to go up? That might be a different question.
No, I think they are. I think they are ready.
You think they are? You would know more.
As a football club, I think they're more than ready to go up. I know they're looking for a new COO. I'm not. I don't need the job, so I'm not applying. But they off the field. Look, things can always be better. You always hear the rumors. You hear are always the bad side of things. You never really always hear about the good things.
Exactly. Yeah.
My perspective is we're having a very well ran side. It was, I think the guys that do the Football Money podcast put up their account saying that they owed there's a loan for over £1 million, but that's
1.2 in it or something like that. Yeah,
that's nothing for redevelopment of a ground. Absolutely nothing, and it's all manageable.
Investment into an asset.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then on top of that, Hinch is a top manager. He's a top National League manager, in my opinion. Number one, right?
Good.
John Meany is a trophy winner. He wins things.
He's local. He is from Worthing.
Well, even like with Hinch, with the family, like it's all West Sussex based, right?
They're like, yeah.
And you look at that, and you can't commend it enough. You can't commend it enough. I would love to see Worthing get promoted. So I would love to see it. A club and then maybe it won't be straight away, but who's to say that Worthing in 2-3 years' time might be a League Two side?
Yeah, it can happen.
You look at it, the thing that concerns me about that is you look at Rochdale and you look at York, both on over 100 points,
and only one to go up.
Yeah,
It's
I think that really needs to be looked at. But possibly, Bill.
They're working on that, aren't they? The 3 up, 3 down thing. So I think
it's how it should be, though. I mean, it should be. If the Premier League Championship can do it, why can't all the other?
Because turkeys don't vote for Christmas League, and also the Premier League.
I like that. That's good.
But, they don't. And also, Premier League used to be 4 that went down. By the way, there was years where they tried to make it smaller and they sent 4 down. So it's about tightening things up. No one wants to. If you're in league, also, it's been a proven fact. Every team that's gone up from the National League has done really well in the League Two. Yeah. So if you're a bottom half League Two side and more teams from National League come up, you're probably putting yourself in even more jeopardy to go down. If you're Crawley Town, you're skirting on it. Do you know what I mean? You're even more so.
I was surprised they didn't look at Hinch there at Crawley Town.
They did.
Probably did, mate. But I also know that Erdem Konya, who's kind of gone into do the football thing there, is really close to Colleen Kazim-Richley. He was his agent and he's his mate. So
sounds a bit fishy.
Yeah, but it's an obvious one that.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. It's exciting times. I hope they do get promoted, and I think it'd be a good idea. There was a comment earlier. I don't know if we can pull that up, Mike. Mike's now a ghost, by the way. He's just disappeared. There he is. He's got the old smokes on the go. Right, but we had a comment from an Eastbourne Borough fan. Not only a Borough fan, by the way. Not only a fan. Actually, pull him up. Barry Carpenter. If you are watching, get the number on the go at the bottom.
Oh, is it Bazza?
Barry Carpenter, yeah. If you're watching, come on. Let's talk about Borough. Drop a message if you can. We'll talk about it proper. Unedited.
Do you think they go back up straight away?
No.
I tell you what. It's another hard one to get out of.
Yeah, the Ishmael Premier is loaded, mate. It's a loaded division. And also, not only loaded, it's really, really, really the clubs had, over the last 3 years, 2 relegation battles, 1 that actually got relegated in, 1 promotion push in between, spent more money than anyone's ever thought about. They announced supposedly they had a fans forum. So the fans are a little bit, obviously, they're not happy. They're not happy with the administration of the football club. They're not happy with the running of it. The fans are getting banned. Fans are getting banned from going to games. Lots of the excuses are kind of minuscule at best. It's if you talk out against the regime, you kind of get ostracized.
Banned.
Yeah, not nice.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
No.
we've all heard that, haven't we, from different sources? It's not just me.
No,
It's,
that's facts because they actually put out a public statement.
yeah, so there's that. You've got it's not worked. Management changes are not worked. It's not been well ran footballing wise, and there's no debating that. They can sit there and say, well, we've put paddle courts in, we've got rid of the darts team, we've got rid of the bowls, we've got rid of pool, but we've got paddle, and that makes us more money, and we also have got the biggest shirt sponsorship deal in all of the league. Okay, great, but you still got to deliver the football side of things. You can't just do these things and not
exactly that. Yeah.
How much would that be, Bill? Roughly, would you think?
What's
That sponsorship deal.
that?
If you had to throw a figure at it.
Mike, I'm not going to debate it because I think there's a lot of fluff going on there, a lot of smoke and mirrors, and I don't want to get into that debate. So I'll say something I really regret, and I don't want to. I want to hold back there because one, people will dig their own graves. I'm not going to dig them for, in my opinion.
I get
I
it.
really like Steve King, and I know he defied opinion. I know people go, he bankrupts clubs, he spends loads of money, but the clubs have to give him the budget to spend. It's not like he might demand a bigger budget or whatever, but at the same time,
It's down to the club if they give it.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the one actually going to a cash point and withdrawing it out, from the club.
Don't ask, you don't get, mate.
Exactly
That.
And Kingy is probably, especially in the Sussex area, and I know he's gone and managed Dartford and done well there. It has to be one of the most successful managers at that level of all time. But he's known to have a black book. My concern with Steve King was when the Lewis success was a long time ago.
As in that black book is turning a little grey.
They're all playing vets football now, right?
Well, Jack Money might get a game.
Oh, yeah, Barry can't get on tonight, so he just messaged me, but he is watching. And it's probably because I've heard that there's a level of censorship of that pod as well that has to be reviewed by the CEO before it goes out. I'm just saying, I think that's what I've heard. All right, I've heard. So Steve King, he's had a few jobs, not worked out. We'll see. He's gone in. I don't think he's won a game yet. And by the way, I'm not putting that on him because they're not his players. It's not his players. And he's had to kind of bring a few in, and they got a few out the door. But they've got players who are still on contract for next year. They are going part-time as well. So they're retracting back to part-time, which makes sense. They maybe should have gone.
Yeah.
Financially, you'd have to make it work like that.
Oh, without doubt. But their gates are dwindling. Eastbourne Borough aren't an overly massively supported side. We used to always get bigger gates than them at Hastings. 2 leagues below, when we were in the step 4 and they were in step 2. And they were comfortable step 2 on the side of the day.
But is that because you've got Town, you've got United?
No.
That's a lot of teams in one town.
But it's a big town. It's a
It
big
is a big town.
But also,
it's a big
Town
town.
only get a couple of hundred. And in Eastbourne United get a couple of hundred at best, right? Let's be honest. So it's not as it is split, and there's always going to be different loyalties to different Eastbourne teams, right? I saw it when I was at Eastbourne United myself, but I just don't think they get the community. I lived in Pevensey, so I lived 3-minute drive to the stadium, especially when I was walking there and around it.
They need to change the PR for the club.
I think they got it completely wrong. Completely
Ball,
wrong. I saw we don't need to support, but in the program notes from Simon, we don't need to support. It's too easy to say we don't need to support Eastbourne Borough because they've oh no, Barry's just confirmed no censorship. So I just wanted to correct myself rather than saying that. I wanted to correct myself. There is no censorship in the pod. Barry does what Barry wants to do. So big up Barry Carpenter. So going back onto that, like sitting there and going, the club doesn't need the support because they got a money man. No one thinks that. Even with money men ran clubs, no one goes, well, we're not going to support because people are drawn in by successful football sides.
Yeah.
But then when you start upsetting people, so
that's why you get over 3,000 every time at Worthing.
Yeah, because they're winning games of football.
Yeah.
not because they put a paddle court around the corner. You know, like
No.
because they won games of football. That's football. That's how it works.
Football
Right?
is a results game. We all know that.
It is. It is indeed. But look, I think also on that note,
what's your thought on that, lads? What Glenn's put?
I think so.
I agree with that.
I think Robbie Bates,
He's got a couple of sons to play about as well. You know what I mean?
Robbie's decent, and from what I saw
Mm.
of him, like, and he's decent, and he is. He really is. But I just want to go on to another point about the marketing of a football club. Now, they may rightly or wrongly done these things to make the club better. So, obviously, got rid of the Bowls Club. The Bowls Club moved out.
I live next door to
What's that?
I live next door to a Bowls Club.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a bit like Sleepy Hollow when everyone.
We're sponsoring it next season.
Out the
No,
Bowls.
but I've got a couple of things I want to talk about a bit later about.
Right. So just quickly, I call it the knock-on effect. So let's just say there's 250 members of the Bowls.
Yep.
There's 250 members of the Bowls Club. There's 20 people playing pool. There's a darts league that go there, and they're not allowed to play darts there anymore in the league. Let's just say, and there's, I don't know, 50 people in that overall. Or even let's just say 20. Let's just say 20. If you upset those people, you also upset their family members. You then upset their friends and upset.
Yeah.
You know, always a knock-on effect of upsetting people. And if people find it unjust or arrogant or whatever, then you really the community talk.
Yeah, of course they do.
And and Eastbourne Borough is in Langley, yeah. So Langley is like pots of chimneys everywhere. It's like there's nice bits, there's bungalow area for the older ones, and then there's like your council houses, like the council streets and all that. Yeah, so it's well built up area, right? And then you've got Pevensey, you know, where the posh folks live, like me. Where now I'm back in St Leonard's, living the old life in Hastings. You know, you've got all these kind of like areas around it, and I think if you don't entice them or want them to be or make them want to be part of it, then they're just not going to be part of it. So if you upset family members, you give them a reason to hate you. Now, you're not always going to make popular decisions, and you can't have a go at Eastbourne Borough for making decisions that may affect their business in a financially better way. But sometimes your delivery on how you do it, or the integrity in how you do it, will have a long-term effect. What Simon's now finding, he's probably hitting his head against the wall because I can't understand it. I've put all this money in. I've got really good investors around me. They've put money in. I've now got to report to them that they spent all this money in what I've done, and we've not got any closer to the Football League. We're now further away. We just got relegated. We're doing all this social media stuff. We got 100 million trillion views on this, and we've now got 100,000 subscribers, Instagram followers, or whatever. Right, all those things.
Nothing if you don't monetize it,
and it means nothing if no one walks through the fucking door and gives a fuck.
Exactly.
And it also means nothing if you go and get the football right. So, if I was them, they need to assess the footballing decisions from the boardroom, and they need to assess whether those decisions are leading to success. Because the truth of the matter is, they're not.
No. That's why they got relegated. But
absolutely. Now, before we get on to the next topic, I'd like to personally thank Freedom Leisure for agreeing to sponsor the next 4 shows. You know, they took a leap of faith with us. Shout out Josh Wheeler, Billy and the boys for also helping it out. But for people that don't know about Freedom Leisure, okay, Freedom Leisure, based in Bexhill, is a Sussex-based not-for-profit charitable trust on a mission to improve lives through leisure, gym, pool, classes, and even soft play for the kids. They've got a brilliant team led by Bobby Deegan down there, down at Bexhill Leisure Centre on Down Road. So give them a call in France there. I'll stick the link in the bio, and we're gonna tweet out some marketing for them as well. Just want to say thank you to Freedom Leisure. Thanks to Bill as well for making that happen.
absolutely,
really,
yeah.
You know, put in there. We're going to be putting up on the socials what they do. So if you're in that area, please go and have a look. Support them. They're supporting us. There's more about them. We're gonna put it through all our channels. So thank you, Josh Wheeler, the boys down at Freedom Leisure, absolute legends. Really is. They do great things down there. Really, really do.
Yeah,
Right,
thank
boys.
you guys. Right, so I think it's something we need to talk about because it is going to go down to the final weekend, and that is who is taking that title, Stenning or Haywards Heath? Let's start because he's been resting that voice tonight. Monty, where are you going with who's taking it on the final day?
Let's get the fixtures up as well. Let's have a little
Yeah.
look. If you've got
Both
the In
away
the
from
Dugout app, check them out. Right,
Both away from home.
they're both away from home.
Neither will be lifting the trophy in front of home. Where's the trophy going to go?
We don't know, do we?
Well,
It'll stay
actually,
somewhere, but it'll
Is it going to
probably
be
have
one
to
of
go
those ones
towards
where they
Seaford,
stick the
won't it?
trophy in a lay-by? Do you know what they do that on the Prem days, didn't they?
yeah. they're gonna-
Everyone knows there's about 3 Prem trophies anyway.
Hold on, Mike. I've heard sources have told me
Sources, HP.
Tim Dawes from the league is flying his helicopter because he is Eastbourne based, by the way. I'm not going to say where he lives. He's Eastbourne based, and
Okay.
you've got Haywards Heath at Eastbourne United, and you've got Stenning at Seaford. Dawsey is at his own private helipad, waiting.
Is that the one you told him?
Headset on, being told what's going on at both games, like this, both games. And as soon as the final whistle blows, if Stenning get a point, he's up in the air. He's up with the trophy, mate. And he's saying to Seaford, clear the pitch. I'm coming in.
This chopper is landing.
Yes. And by the way, if Haywards Heath win it, he's just got to get out of the chopper and drive around the corner to the Oval. So,
Yeah. But Mon, what are you going? Who you saying?
I'm gonna go with Stenning. I mean, they're the team that when we played them, they're the team we found it hardest against between the two of those sides. I mean, you can see we beat Haywards Heath twice this season. We didn't beat Stenning. We got a really good point against them at home early on in the season, but then when we went to them later on, obviously we didn't do as well. But Haywards Heath, they're a really good team, but they've had their struggles of late. Obviously, they're losing to Little Common, Lancing, and Stenning just look like they look so formidable at the moment. Like,
yeah.
and just don't look like losing. And going to Seaford, who are not in the best of form at the moment, to say the least. But yeah, I've got to put my money behind Stenning.
Yeah, look,
Huh?
I backed Haywards Heath all the way, but I can't see either of them two teams dropping points. They'll both win, I think, and you know, it will probably end up being congratulations, in my opinion, humbly to Hammy Hollis and the boys down there. Great committee they've got. I know Glenn's been in the comments. His boy scored about a gazillion goals up front this year as well.
In the fridge, is that?
Yeah. That's Glenn. That's his boy.
Yeah.
He's a unit.
And
Yeah.
there's other lads at Moneyfields. They're both doing bits. So yeah, he must have some good sperm that in Glenn. Yeah. But yeah, so that sort of thing. But and don't forget as well, Haywards Heath got a cup final before that.
Yeah,
I have on Wednesday. Yeah.
Which we'll be at, which we'll mention in a bit. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, they've gone hammer and tongs all the way. Guernsey put it up there as well. Peacehaven had their run. YM had their run up there. Eastbourne United nearly made it. It's the business end of the season, and something could be settled this week.
Yeah.
But only the champions there. Playoffs, that's a different ball game, baby. different ball game. But yeah, look, I think I have to admit defeat, and that will be
don't
another.
admit defeat. No, do not do that, Mike.
What odds
Do
am I
not.
giving for a Seaford win? My boy Darts and Pooley are down there. It's gonna be tough for them because the quality there. And don't forget, this is the first season that Seaford have come back up. They've had a great season too.
Oh, very good season. By the way,
Really have. And they lost our mate Paul Wisey. Shout out
Wise
Wisey, mate. Great guy, the wise man, big supporter.
Yeah.
He stepped away. So Darts and Pooley stepped in.
Lee, who are you going for?
I'm saying Stenning. Can't see either teams dropping points that day. I saw Seaford at the weekend against Vardinians, and they were 2 down, but they fought right to the end and came back and drew 2-2. So they've got it in them to fight till the end, but I think Stenning are going to be that little bit too much.
I'm not going to get cocky.
Go on.
But if I took those 6 points, I won the bet already. By the way, Mike. But I refused those 6 points.
Yeah, you did.
Refused them. Right.
My money's good. My money's good.
I know your money's good, but that would make me, if Stenning win the league. By the way, just for everyone, just everyone on here, the guy that people think don't have a clue about football, it would make me 3-0 on all my bets. This one.
Would that make these?
My one was Stu Stanley, Wick, and Wick going in the playoffs. Sure, I'm not getting relegated. I doubled up on that, and then Lockswood finishing the bottom 3. The only one we didn't bet on.
Fair play.
The only one we didn't bet on was when Eastbourne United were mid-table, and I said, if they go on the run like this, I think they get into the playoffs. Now they did miss out.
Yeah,
they did miss out, but look, I think Stenning will win it. I do. I've said that for weeks. But the fact that Haywards Heath have had their bad spell and then picked themselves up and got themselves back in the hunt is admirable.
And they still do a double.
100%. 100%. But
how many times have we seen last match of the season where things don't go as
so many times?
You don't want to leave anything to the last day. You don't want to leave winning the league to the last day. You don't want to leave staying up to the last day. You don't like, and I think anything can happen on the last day. Anything. So Haywards Heath could easily still nick this. Yeah. Oh, sure. Your bet's done, mate. Your bet's done. We'll talk about that.
I've just, and this is relative to the point. Just something come through on the outline. Surely we've got to talk about as well Guernsey falling off a cliff.
Yeah,
because they was looking at a point there.
All right. Okay. Let's put some context to it though. It's the Island Cup at the moment, isn't it?
The Moretti.
Yeah. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah. Half their squad plays for it.
Yeah. So when they went to Midhouse and Eastbourne, they didn't have half a team.
When they went to Wick, they had 3 16-year-olds playing.
And the same in Pagham, they only brought 1 sub on.
Yeah, and their gaffer, he's done over 600 games for them.
He's a legend. In my eye, he's an absolute legend.
He knows all of the youngsters in the local schools on the island. Me and Lee found it out when we went over there. He'll know the talent coming through, And that Moretti game, for people that don't know, the Moretti game is Guernsey versus Jersey. It's like a Rangers versus Celtic.
Oh, it's mental.
Liverpool United. It's that game.
Yeah, it is.
The Islanders, let's say, not that because we're the mainlanders. We called that so many times when I was over there.
Yeah, same.
That's the game they look for. That's the game where they get well over 3,000 people. It is argy-bargy. It's territorial. and that's what they go back. They go back to their families, and they're like, bang, they come over either heroes or zeros. So yeah, for people that don't know, that is the Moretti Cup.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But also it was a great win for Pagham as well. You can't put that away from Pagham. It was a really good win for him.
Yeah, but what winning against? I don't know.
That's interesting. That doesn't, yeah, what he says. Okay. Interesting about the travel. So that's a permutation they put into it, isn't it, about the travel. It is unique. It is unique being able to get on a flight at 6:30 in the morning and getting over to Guernsey. So, but going back to the original point now. Stelling have gone on that run, where they don't look like they're getting beaten by anyone.
No.
And they're scoring goals for fun.
But they did get beat by Overseas 3 games.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
But then they bounced back with a 3-0 and a 2-0, conceding no goals.
Exactly.
They've literally conceded in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games. They've conceded 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals in 10 games, right? Less than a goal.
That is disgustingly good.
Yeah. And in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, they've kept 5 clean sheets. 5 clean sheets.
When you need to keep clean sheets.
Fucking ruthless from Hammy and the boys there. That really is.
Yeah.
And they deserve it.
Can I just single out Jamie Hollis?
Yeah.
Probably felt lower
quality, mate.
Lower than low last year with Lancing.
Yeah.
Probably felt like he was the problem. Felt like he probably was done and dusted. And what a response. And I hope he celebrates. Not just for my bet, but I hope he gets a medal round.
So have you got a charity that this money's going to be going to, William?
We'll disclose that next week. Hold on a minute. Oh, I can't. I was going to say, do we go live somewhere? Either playoffs or whatever. Like,
do you know, we could probably, if Horsham are at home, easy, we could do a live from Horsham. Jolsey would be right on that.
Why don't we all go Guernsey?
Mate, I can't do it.
You can't do it because you're a pussy, mate. That's where this show
I can't do it because I've got my 40th the next day.
Yeah, we'll just come back for that. We'll go out for the day and come back the same day.
Well, listen, Bill, I'll fly out there, mate. There's loads of nice bars out there. I'll bring
but you have to be sober enough for us to fly back.
We're flying back, Mike, same day.
Oh, there and back in one day?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that.
All right, that's a no. Right, moving on. Oh yeah. To be fair, you are
surprised me. Yeah,
you're on the list.
Right, the new coat situation.
Come on, bring it up.
The YouTube money's coming in. So don't worry about that, boys. There'll be a new coat next season.
He's buying his own football club, I've heard.
Yeah.
Do you know that? I'm going in with Stu at Shoreham next season.
He's the new KSI.
Right.
No,
I'm buying Eastbourne Borough. Anyway.
Can we talk about playoffs?
Let's go, playoffs.
I want to talk about the playoffs because this is where it's exciting. I want to talk about the Prem and Div 1 here because this is what used to get the old boy moving. A little tickle down there, the business end of the season. You know, don't go straight up like Samo or someone like that. You got that added excitement of the playoffs. You know, you look at Arundel; they've fallen off recently. They really have. You know, I'm gutted for Josh and Jimbo. I really am, and the club because I was there.
Yeah, but it falls off for a reason every year.
Yeah. What do we say?
Yeah.
Games catching up. You know, pitches, things like that.
You need a bigger squad. If you're going to have that situation, you need a bigger and more understandable squad going into the back end of the year.
You do 100%. Right. So let's look at Div 1 before. No, let's look at the playoffs in the Prem where we are.
Go on then.
Okay. So I am saying, Monty, can you get the current standings up, please?
Yep. So you got Fifth is Peacehaven with 74. Fourth YM 77. Third Guernsey 78. Second Hayward Heath 89.
And gentlemen, confirm for me, please. Is it second versus fifth?
Yeah.
Yep.
Third versus fourth.
This is yeah.
So at the moment, let's look at those teams' last games. Okay.
Mike, rather than bothering you too much on it, yeah. The truth of the matter is the only change that can happen is if Guernsey lose,
YM win.
YM win.
Right. That's the only
change.
That's the only change, yeah.
Okay.
So it's going to be Hayward Heath at home, or if they don't win the league, or Stenning at home versus Peacehaven, and it's going to be. Likelihood is it'll be Guernsey versus. It'll definitely be Guernsey versus Horsham YM. We just don't know if it's going to be Horsham YM at home or Guernsey at home.
Right. That's and that is actually massive.
Yep. Huge.
That's huge.
Yeah.
You go to Guernsey. For that playoff there, they're bringing 1,200 at least. You know, YM have already beat them away. But if you go to if YM at home, they're not bringing 1,200. Okay. So let's have a look. Right. Let's now to the sales. Then who are we saying?
I'm gonna go. Depending how the final day finishes, Hayward Heath. If they finish second, or Stenning.
All right. Montgomery. Used to be a golfer called Colin Montgomery. You remember him?
Yeah, I've had a beer with him.
Well, look, all
win the
throughout
European
the
Tour,
season,
like
I've been saying if Hayward Heath don't win the league, they won't win the playoffs. However, I spoke with Jack Monday yesterday after the game, and we had a bit of a chat about this. And after how they've been playing recently, and when you put it into context, you go, they've got the home draw. They've beaten YM already this season at home, and Guernsey don't particularly travel well. So when you put it into context like that, I've got to go with Hayward Heath. Because it's just all the cards seem to be in their hand. They're in good run of form. They've got the home draw. They'll play the team who they've like when Guernsey went there in the league, they beat them 6-1.
Yeah,
which isn't like they've just scraped it. They absolutely battered them. So I've got to go with Hayward Heath.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I've flip-flopped. I really have. I'm assuming that Stenning win the league. That will leave them. And Hayward Heath having home advantage will be massive against Peacehaven, but don't write them off.
No.
But I am going on that outsider. I am going on YM to cause a shock, even though they were done by Heath when I went to see them in that game. But I've also seen them away beat Guernsey, and not many people go there and win.
No.
You know, so I'm going for them. You know, I'm sorry I had to desert the Heath at the final hurdle, along with a bill for Bill. So you know what I mean. But look, I'll be happy if it wouldn't bother me who went up really. But the people that don't go up, that's going to be hard next year because that's going to be something.
Yeah, and we should after this do Beth's predictions for like as Beth said, predictions for next year quickly before we go into
Yep.
So I'm looking at the form guide.
Go on.
Looking at it, I'm having a little browse, a little play with it, right? And I'm not going last 6 fixtures because I actually think it's not always rife going in. Right. Over the last 3 fixtures, Hayward Heath have won all 3. Yeah.
True.
In form.
They are.
Guernsey are 19th in that form table.
Yeah.
Horsham YM are 13th in that form table. Yeah. And Peacehaven They've won two. They've won two, lost one. Yeah. So the most informed team, and it could change tomorrow, but the most informed team is Hayward's Heath. They will have home advantage. There's no denying that, and that's massive.
That is there.
But also, home advantage can be scary. It can be scary, and you can fluff your lines on a big day. You can
More pressure.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. So I'm saying this. Guernsey beat Horsham YM. Okay.
Yeah.
Hayward's Heath lose to Peacehaven at home. A shock result.
Okay.
Guernsey win the playoff final.
Guernsey win the playoffs as well.
Ooh.
Fucking hell.
I just got like, and that,
Fair.
by the way, that's not a knock on any four of the teams because all four have the chance. Like it literally for me,
It's a mini tournament.
it's an advantage Hayward's Heath. It's advantage Hayward's Heath, but I can't write Peacehaven off. Not the
No.
runs, and I can't write them off. I can't overly write Horsham YM off, but I think they have tinkered a lot lately, and I don't think that's. It might be. Jolsey might be a what's the word? Like a mad scientist that this all might pay off in his favour. Right?
He is mad.
Yeah, we
He
know
is that, yeah.
But it could either work unbelievable for him or it could be the detriment to the season, right?
Yeah.
Guernsey will have the players in time for playoffs. Players will be back. So
Yeah, true.
a full fit, strong, Attic Guernsey, no matter if you beat them in the past or not, they are hard to beat. A one-off game.
But they've already gone over there and beat them, and they got a better team now, I think. But look, could you, if you asked to stake your last money on one team, you couldn't confidently do it, could you?
No.
Not one team.
No, you can't. It's impossible.
No. So, which is the beauty of it. It really is. From the neutrals looking in. You know? Yeah, look. And when are these? These are on the
2nd of May.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finals are the
10th, I want to say.
10th of May.
Sunday the 10th, yeah.
Sunday, yeah.
It's a Sunday, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Right, okay. Let's jump on to Div 1 then.
Div 1, yep. Someone get the league up?
Montgomery, Henry, George, Sid,
Montgomery,
Edward, Elthorod, Watson, Price.
What's the playoff situation, Monty?
Oh, fuck.
Right. So there's a lot of teams still in with a shout. So you've got Worthing United a second on 63. Reigate Priory a third with 62. Infinity 62. And then you've got Billingshurst 58, Walcountians 57, and Arundel 57. There are three teams fighting out for that final playoff place on the final day.
So Infinity confirmed. Reigate confirmed.
Infinity, Reigate, and Worthing all confirmed.
United.
Oh, hold on. All of them are confirmed, mate. Because Billingshurst game of Cockthorne got postponed, couldn't raise the side, so they get 3 points. So Billy, Infinity, Reigate,
that was on the weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not been updated yet.
Oh, that's
so
weird.
Okay.
So they'll still.
That's a mockery. That is. I've seen that. I've seen.
Hey, we've said it before. Why do you? Why did the?
I've seen 3 teams this weekend not fulfill games because whether it's Div 2 or whatever, because it's at the end. You know what I mean? It's a mockery.
Nothing to play for. Also, Cockthorne have got 3 points all season. They lost. They lose like 10-0 or 11-0 or something midweek.
To Reigate, yeah.
Never, ever, ever, ever be playing this division. They should have gone down. It's actually
not good enough.
It's actually, for me, it's embarrassing that I'm going to put this on the league here, and the league ain't going to like it, but they should have never reprieved them in the first place.
Yeah.
You should have.
Absolutely.
And Loxwood aren't going to like me saying this. They're not going to like me saying this. But that proves that reprieves are a fucking mockery. Right.
Like we said at the beginning, reprieve shouldn't happen.
No, and I look at teams like Storrington that have to pay all this money to get a little bit done. Do you know what I mean? And that just totally ruined it.
And
Really did.
but they have to. But then Copthorne could just go down and play at Horsham, and pay them rent and stay at that level of football. When Storrington got fucked off and sent back down, like. And by the way, I thought Storrington were hard. Like I found them quite hard. When I went, I found them hard, like to play against. Found them awkward.
I got to know the club when I sponsored their kit.
Yeah.
And Andy Philpott's done a lot there, and he was heartbroken by it. He really was.
Yeah.
So,
but right, who are we?
The FA, not the league.
Depends.
Well, the FA need to look at them, didn't they?
It depends a little bit, right? So there is a points per game situation, but Copthorne wouldn't even have been in the conversation for points per game last year. They've got a reprieve. They've got a reprieve because of the Storrington situation rather than points per game situation. That's why. But there was other teams that were ready to come up that probably should have been pushed up at that point.
Yeah.
So
are we saying we've got a near enough confirmed 4 now?
Yes.
No, they are confirmed, but where they finish is all over the gaff, mate.
Right,
any of those teams can finish. Any of those teams can finish second, third, fourth, or fifth.
Right. I know all the teams in there now, and I've got to know them. Okay, their managers and that. Obviously, I've known people like the Worthing United for a long time. I played there for a long time. Infinity, I thought were nailed on to go up. Yeah, and I've got to know Jody, Chris, all the boys down there. Deck and that, and I know they were pissed off with the way yesterday's game went. And I was there a week ago or 2 weeks ago, Bank Holiday Monday, I think, and they lost again to Selsey, So they're out of form at the moment. Worthing United are in form. Reigate are in form. Billings Erskine there. Who's going first?
I'll go first because I'll be getting cut off soon. Off to watch WrestleMania for me tonight, boys. So I'm not in bed by 10. Sorry.
It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, gotta watch it.
I've got him a little dugout diary's clock, mate.
Right. I am going on a limb here, and I'm going for the playoffs. Reigate.
Yeah, but I think we're going so blind into this because we don't know who's going to play each other in the semi-final at all.
That's
true.
That's obviously a key effing variable. At the same time, you got 4 there. You got to hook a duck.
All right, okay, let's hook a duck.
And I've hooked my duck, Reigate.
What's the main event of WrestleMania tonight?
Huh?
What's the main event tonight?
CM Punk, Roman Reigns.
Oh, love it.
And guess who's opening? Obafemi, Brock Lesnar. Go watch it.
Right, lads, get these playoff predictions.
Go on then.
Reigate.
Montgomery, Edwards, Sizzle, Price.
Scissorhands.
Yeah, that's a good film, that was Edwards Scissorhands.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Worthing United, especially if they win on Saturday and beat Godalming, they'll comfortably win the playoffs in my eyes.
Okay,
comfortably.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No pressure for Kazza and City there.
Go on, lads.
I did say Infinity.
To Ambiot.
They were in form there. A bit out of form at the moment. And I know people really close to that camp. But they could easily change that, easily. But
yeah.
If I have to stick my hand to it at the moment, don't shoot me, Jody, as well. Don't be sending me messages. I'm going to say Worthing United.
Okay. Bill?
So 2 Worthing, 1 Reigate, yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's all about where the cards fall. on the last day. So I would predict that Reigate Priory win the last game of the season and Worthing don't. So that pushes Reigate
You don't
Priory.
reckon those Godalming boys will be on the beach?
This is Mo in charge, remember?
No, I'm just saying.
Upside down head Mo will not tolerate it, mate. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
Guru.
I'm on the spot, but I'm saying, is the intensity for that game as much as?
I think the intensity drops for both sides in that game, even Worthing United. They know they're in it. They're not going to fall out of the playoffs, are they?
Agreed.
They probably want a home draw in it, yeah. But I think Reigate Priory win. I think Reigate Priory finish second. Worthing finish third. I think Infinity finish. I think Infinity for me finish fifth, and Billingshurst finish fourth. Right, it's got a feeling, yeah. And with that, I think Reigate Priory will beat Infinity to get into the playoff final. I think there might be a shock on the cards. And I thought Worthing would go up, but I think Billingshurst are going to shock Worthing.
They're going to shock the world, Billingshurst.
I think
Wow.
Billingshurst in the playoffs.
They got the players, mate. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you've
they're
got
going
Billingshurst.
to double against me, Billingshurst.
Like I said,
Okay.
I thought it was. I thought it was a straight. I actually thought Arundel would be popping up there. I really did.
So Upford have been much improved, yeah. Billingshurst went there midweek and bopped them 4-0. They beat Dorking Wanderers B 3-0. They beat Lockswood 3-1. They lost to Arundel 3-2. I'm gutted for Arundel, but maybe next year's their year. They then obviously beat Arundel before that 6-1. They had a shock where they lost to Oakwood 1-0. They got beat at home by Reigate Priory 6-2 in a midweek game. Yeah. But we know those midweek games can throw up some mad ones. We know that.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair one.
I don't know. I want to say Reigate Priory because they're the one, like for me, like they're the one.
They probably go up though, Bill, with the fact they're sharing as well,
Yeah.
and the limited resources they've got that we know about. That's what it's tough. A victim of your own success.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know. I kind of like. I don't know. Everyone's gonna shoot me for it, but I think Billingshurst is gonna shock the world.
Okay.
Love
Fair.
to see it. Good guys down there. Really good guys down there, Billy.
Yeah. So
Shout out, Josh.
just before I go, just say, Mike, as people would have seen over the past couple of days online, everything, that Dugout AI Limited is a sponsor of a certain league now.
Yeah, look, we don't normally cover it, but just quickly. Yeah, look, well, where we are, the local leagues underneath the leagues, the Brighton and Worthing District League. Yeah, we sponsored it and we set up a cash cup. We thought we'd reinvigorate it. So the top four in that league go into a playoff for £1,000 cash and £500 cash to the runner-up. Straight knockout over a weekend. Live music. We'll be tapping up Bill and his contacts for that. Everything there. Family fun day. Yeah, we'll talk more on that moving forward. But look, we're making moves. We become their official media partner. So yeah, and we're talking to small leagues as well. So more things to come in due time for that.
Yes. But gentlemen, are we going to go back to Beth's question?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Go on then. Before you go. Right. Who goes? So a Littlehampton going to go down.
So let's just go arguments. Say they do.
And Hassocks go down.
Yeah. Say they both go down.
Okay. So they're the ones that replace. Oh, because Hastings has survived, by the way. We've survived.
Yes.
Don't want to go into it too much. We're not overly bragging over here. There's no point. But we're up and we're staying up and there'll be a bigger push next year. We can go to Jersey away and enjoy it. Bitch, I was
you going, Bill? You going, Jersey?
Yeah, I'm going. But I was a little bit. I was concerned, Mike. Like I was thinking, because obviously I was driving from Connecticut to New York, listening to the game. And
well,
then
guess who I was with? I was with Hastings Radio. Was at the same game as me today.
Was he?
Yeah, 'cause you know he lives in my manor, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has asked me to do the commentary for Jersey. Like, well, I can't. In my role, I cannot do commentary. So this is an official no to that, Tom.
He did, and he asked me to go to Jersey. I didn't know where you were going, but
You should go.
I don't-
Come, mate. You're more than welcome. But right, going back to this. Them two go down. Let's just say, for argument's sake, Godwin go up.
Yeah.
And they're going in the. Is it the scaffold they're going to?
No, we don't know it for a fact, though, do we?
Big room. I've had news this morning. I think that's what's happening.
Right, let's play devil advocate and let's say that they like replacement. Yeah, so Godwin going up. And who did you all say? You said Worthing United. Who else said Worthing United?
Mike.
Yeah, said Worthing.
We both, so common denominator, both of you said Worthing. So let's just say Worthing United up, yeah, and not Billy and not Reigate. So that's the league we've got ahead of us, right? So looking at it, you have to kind of straight away go Littlehampton and
Hassocks.
right, and we're saying, are we saying Hayward, Heath, and Stenning are out? Yeah, just for argument's sake.
Well, we don't know, but there's going to one of those teams is going to be there for them. If not, they could both go.
No, but they're not going to be in the playoffs. Who did you say for the playoffs? Hayward, Heath, Mike.
No, I said YM.
I said Hayward Heath.
Oh, I said Hayward Heath.
Hayward Heath, based on us, Hayward Heath are going up. Let's just say, for argument's sake, instead of Hayward Heath are gone. So then you look at the league, you go through it and you go Hassocks, Littlehampton, Guernsey potentially still, Horsham YM, Peacehaven, Eastbourne United, who really, 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 with all due respect, need to do better. They need to stop starting so slow. Because if they acted the way they do after November onwards, they'll be up there for challenging for the title in this league.
Yeah,
they would be. Then you've got to look at. I think Roffey are a big can. I think Roffey would
next season.
Yeah, if they get rid of their keeper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say quick because I'll be going soon. Next season, Hassocks go back up as champions.
Right.
And Guernsey playoffs.
Well, this is what I got sent this morning. This applies, yeah. The current projections: Guernsey stay if they don't get promoted.
Right.
Guildford City
come in,
move to Div 1.
Oof.
We potentially lose AFC Walcountians to the Skeffel.
Oh well.
And no reprieve anywhere for Uckfield unless someone fails ground grading. The rest are as expected.
So Luxford will get a reprieve.
Possibly.
Right. Okay.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm going to go Hassocks champions. If Guernsey stay, Guernsey go playoffs for next season.
I'll put it out there and say that if Littlehampton come down, they have enough players in this area that Mitch and Gaskin can put together. Don't forget, they did it. They did the treble.
Yeah.
They went there. They nearly got the quadruple had it not been for, they lost at Wembley and Gaskin getting injured and all that. But you'd be a bad, it'd be a tough one to bet against them going straight back up.
Did you play
they'll still get the fans come there. Hassocks, if they go down. I mean, look, you want to go up this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be tougher next year.
Yeah, 100%.
But then I think other teams will drop off as well. All right, see you later, Lee.
Bye.
He's gonna dream about WrestleMania now. So I think. Yeah, but you look at it, Mike. Like even like Ocean YM, what would their situation be next year?
East Grinstead, another one. They're going to have a rebuilding program.
Oh fucking hell, that's gonna be a toughie, isn't it? Yeah, but that's just gonna be like. Is that just gonna be all the Forest Row lads?
I don't think so. I spoke to, funny enough, when I was with you, Bill, down at the Hastings game.
Yeah.
I spoke to Andy and the committee, and they already had provisions going in for new players. Plans were there. Plans were laid. So
We forget about East Grinstead because they've just kind of just. I think I don't know. I can't say because I don't know the behind the scenes of Roffey. But if they're getting Nazball at Roffey, then Naz ain't going in. Like Naz could have had a load of jobs. I'm telling you, he would have been on jobs left, right, and centre. He's gone to Roffey because he can compete. There's no other way. I reckon he's going there. The guy, I don't know him very, very well, but people say he's a little bit like chocolate in the sense that if he could, he'd eat himself. He fancies himself a bit, and anyone who fancies themselves want to win things. They don't go somewhere just to sit and hope. Yeah. So Naz will be there to win it. So that would say to me,
we're not going to put Monty on the spot.
So no, that's not for Monty.
Because Monty,
I've barely even met him. We're all still getting introduced to him. So I've had one conversation with him, and that was he was commenting on the game yesterday, saying he thought I played well. So we're all still. Well, I know. Well, we're all still getting to meet him. I know just about as much as you guys. So I've no clue basically.
So look, put it this way. I'm saying Roffey. I've just got this feeling that Roffey going to win it. I might be miles off, by the way, miles off. I've got a feeling. And then I'm saying,
but that's short. That would mean they'd have to strengthen.
I think they're gonna. I think they. I'm telling you,
we're talking about Monty's team like he's not there as well.
Yeah, Naz don't go there. I'm telling you, don't go there.
He'll have a plan. He'll have a plan already.
He's got players that he wants to bring in. Sorry, Monty, he bring players in. Hopefully not a keeper.
Stefanos is going in there.
Yeah, but no, Stefanos is in talks at the moment. He told me earlier. He's like he wanted to keep it hush hush, but I'm going to break the news. He's in talks with. I think what are they called? Oh yeah, that was it. Pass and move seconds. I think they're called. Like, and they're going for it next year. They really want to win the East Sussex Division 3. And I think it's a league where only 3 teams play, and they have to play a round robin for 5 months. So he's excited about the opportunity. But look, going back to more serious stuff, Roffey for me, playoffs would be unbelievable. It could be name after name after name. It could be so many big name teams in the playoffs.
It's going to be interesting, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. If you got to go up this year, or you're in for a real fight next year.
Yeah, I think there could be a surprise in there as well. I think it could be a big surprise team. Like, who's to say? Now you're going to laugh at me when I say this. I'll laugh.
Go on.
Who's to say? One of the most a team that gets reinvigorated, like a Lingfield. Yeah.
Big Rich has got big long plans.
Or they've been stable for so long and they've just kind of sat there and it's been the same old players. But what if Little Commons start picking up some of those lads that just can't get into Hastings? They start going to Little Common.
Well, it sounds like you know something we don't, mate.
I don't know nothing. But what I'm saying is, what if they start picking up some of those East Sussex lads and build a team? Who's to say Little Common couldn't shock the world, get the top 5?
Big ask.
Mate,
I'd love it if Russ and the boys did that.
We've got to think big. The commoners have got to think big. We've got to think big. We've got to also think outside the box. And do you know what? I'm 3-0 in my bet.
What's all this we, Bill? What's all this we? Is there something that you're not telling us?
No, we.
We commoners. We got. Is this?
I love the commoners. I do love Little Common.
No, you're not telling us, Billy.
I'm not. I'm an unofficial member of the family down there. But when I say we, I mean us and the one who's sleeping. So we've got to think big, haven't we? And New Haven as well. New Haven, can't put them out the door.
You can't. Do it. Yeah, they started like a rocket this year.
Yeah, and then it's died off. It's like,
oh no.
It's like my performance.
Game.
Yeah, but look, I just think football's going to be really interesting in these 2 leagues, and I am so buzzing for next season already. And this season ain't finished. My jet lag's gone thinking about it.
And do you know we've got a World Cup as well in this?
Oh, I don't even care. I just want to get straight into
World
what.
Cup.
I want to go into like watch. I don't know. New Haven play fucking. Who should I pick? Someone.
But you're a sicko for it, though, aren't you, Bill?
I love it, mate.
You lot, mate. I'm surprised when you're out in the States. You know, when I went to Charlotte, I went on business out in Charlotte. Yeah, they offered to take me to Charlotte FC. Yeah,
Go.
And I wanted to go and see the Charlotte Hornets. I'll turn that up. See, I mean, you're a football sick.
I can't wait to see like New Haven play Sovereign Saints away in the first preseason friendly, or Roffey play. I don't know.
I'm gonna love it pre-season.
FC. I don't know.
You're gonna be seeing about 10, 15 clubs pre-season where you just go. You're sick. You just go and watch the games. Yeah. Those managers are going to be sitting there with like the Grim Reaper sign behind them. Do you know what I mean? What's Billy Wood doing here? What's he doing here this week?
It's so ridiculous, like how that happened loads at the start of the season. But like, what I like to be able to do is just be aware of the market of players, like finding a gem from county football that might step up. Who's that?
I know who that is.
Oh, right, okay.
But
so
yeah, it's something you'd be interested in, 100%.
Really, we have to talk about it off camera. Get the checkbook out. Right, but like I like going around and I love seeing the players, right? Love seeing the players. I love finding players from like other teams. Or for example, even when like you beat us with Arundel, like seeing the TJ and Sparks and going, oh my god, he's
Little Hampton now.
Yeah, and he's doing fantastic, and like, he'll probably kick on again next year. Yeah, and
you liked him, didn't you? You liked him, didn't you? Of Sparks.
I thought he was, mate. He was my cup of tea. Big, strong right back. Big, strong right back. Nasty, bang.
I signed him for East Preston. Yeah.
Yeah.
At half time, when I was supposed to be doing the team talk, I saw him at the ground because he's Ben Ack's cousin. I didn't do my team talk. I let my assistant take that, and I signed him there and then. Bang, bosh. Really? Yeah.
I think I really like big, strong fullbacks though. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like just like weaselly little fullbacks. It's just not really my thing. I like my fullback like centre halves playing fullback. That's what I like. And I say that, but my success at outfield, I had 2 small fullbacks. But it's that kind of big, strong power. And I'll never forget. It's the only time a goal's been scored against me, and I've like smiled when he smashed it from about 45, 50 yards. And it like the sanction, and it went ping right in, and
it was some hit, wasn't it?
Oh, mate, I'm some here. But like that's what I like not just in my own game, but going around and knowing the players, because you never know what happens in football. You never know. Like I like to be educated national. I go watch a lot of National League South games, a lot of National League games. Midweek I'll go and watch under 23s, 18s Ishmael League football. Like, I watch a lot of football because
I like watching the Ishmael League football.
Yeah, 100, and like watch
the Ishmael youth like the ones.
Oh yeah, so like, and it's great because everyone plays on different nights as well, so you can kind of nick to games. But I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's my people think I'm off my head because they don't get how I do what I do outside of football, work wise, and still will happily go and sit at a shit ground with a dodgy burger that's going to give me the shits with 12 people. I love it, and like, and I think it helps.
It takes a different breed to do that. You know?
It helps. Like, it helps with Hastings. Like, for example, it helps with understanding like what Hastings need. It helps me understand. Just keeps me active, and also going to see managers
on the pulse. I think they say.
Yeah, and meeting managers and chatting with managers and building relationships with other managers. I think it's really important, and I think if you're going to serve a community, right?
Yeah. Okay. So, what did you say? What was the verdict?
And also, based on that quickly, and based on my travel, so another shout out to Freedom Leisure, because usually I travel to those games with Dave Martin, who is at Freedom Leisure, by the way.
Yes, he is.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. So who do I think is going to win? What was it? What was the
late? We're based this on assumptions that
Roffey.
These are long assumptions that the Pat Sussex and Little Hampton don't get over the line, which is, it's 50-50 there at the moment.
No, I'm telling you, I'm telling you this. Rothfield winning the league. They're my shock. And then Little Common will win the playoffs. We are going to do it.
That's the Cobblers. We, all this we. Russ, if you're out there, mate, if you just sacked yourself and nominated Billy to take your number one spot.
No, I do you know what I really like. It's funny. I like. I really like. It sounds so basic as fuck. But in their little tee up thing in the bar, they do like cheese and ham rolls, like baguettes. I fucking love the cheese rolls. Absolutely, I'm a sucker. I could go to a bank holiday game at 11 o'clock kickoff, and I'm eating the cheese roll at 10. Do you know what I mean? I'm a sucker for them.
Well,
and also, I'm going to their game. I'm going to go to their cup final, and I think I want to go on the coach as well. For the supporters.
You're doing a bit of a nasty. You were taking the team talk, weren't you?
No.
I love the way you were thinking.
No, I think the Little Common thing's brilliant. Me and Dane go and watch them quite a bit. Dane helps out down there. Like, helps them. Like, if they're short, he'll jump in behind the bar at half time and whatever. So we've got a good relationship there. Like, we've got a real good. I have lost it, Mr. X, but we've got a great relationship with Little Common. So I want them to go and win that cup. And there's a few of my ex-players that play for them, so it'd be good fun to just travel there and have a laugh. Do you know what I mean?
I think the last thing I just want to tick on somewhere I'm going, obviously, in the next couple of days, is the RUR Cup final. Div 1 versus Hayward Heath.
I wish I could be there, mate, but it's a Wednesday, so it kills it for me.
I mean, I've had to record the SNF podcast the day before for that. Free hit for Worthing United against Hayward Heath, overwhelming favourites. They've never got to the RUR final, by the way, Worthing United, a club that I was captain of at 17 years old, Billy. 17. I was back in those days. So good luck to both teams for that. I think we've got time to take one more question or one more thing, because Bill, you've just come from over the Yankee side. Monty,
I have thoughts, mate.
Yeah, I know, mate, and we appreciate the fact that you flew in, especially early flight, to make sure they get their show's commitment. Monty's obviously got to go and check on the family silver to make sure it's still all there. So,
silver, I think you mean gold.
I'm sorry, Mons. Sorry. Nah, I think
your cutlery, silver, Mons. Your cutlery.
It's gold, mate.
Imagine it. Right, so one more question. Let's have a look what we got. Let's have a look. There's a few, but there was a couple went there. Bear with me. All right, yeah, pretty controversial.
Go on.
Most underperforming team in each division. Let's end it on that. Let's end it on something where we're going to get some abuse tomorrow.
Go on then. Most underperforming team. Can we start from? Let's go National League South down. Let's just do all more really quick. So, and it has to be Sussex.
Well, that's a no-brainer. If you did a National League South, we're all saying Eastbourne Borough.
Yep, done.
Yeah.
Moving on. Ishman Prem.
Prem.
For me, I'm going to call it straight away, and you probably all agree with it. Lewis, fucking bomb scare.
Yes.
Yeah, look.
Bomb scare.
I worry about that club, Bill.
Yeah, same.
From what I hear with the books, everything like that, the way they, that method was never going to work long term, in my opinion.
No, it wasn't.
So I agree with you on that one there.
Yeah. Right, so there you go. Let's go national. Let's go Ishman South Central, because we've got a couple of teams there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Littlehampton on this one. I'm not going to say Littlehampton. I'm going to say Bognor.
Do you know what? I agree.
Big club like that, not be where they are.
Don't forget, it was only a couple of seasons ago. We were watching them on a bank holiday Monday, Worthing versus Bognor, down there, and those were the games I loved going to. You know what I mean? That was a proper rivalry. With the new pitch they've had in, and it's beautiful, by the way, lovely thing. I thought they were going to kick on. They lost their coach as well. He left or whatever.
Yeah, but mate, he was I know he was a decent football player back in the day. Yeah,
I'm not a fan.
I'm not. I think it's all like all that.
But
I'm gonna blah, blah, blah. Like it just, and it was all such a meme. And then he got really like, and I know he had a bit of history there, and he like a bit of not. I don't know if he's a legend. Remember, I'm East Sussex, so I get.
You're from the east side. I'm from the west side.
West. Sometimes I find some things in West weird, but I did live in West Sussex, and I did play for the little village that we both love. So
yeah, unbelievably, play for the same team.
So, but like, I look at it like this. I think a Bognor Regis should not be performing the way they are.
Bill.
Massive club. But then, okay, so let's switch that quick then, because we're all pretty in agreement, to my division, East and South East. And I have to say this, and it's not on the managers. I can't just blame the managers, right?
You're going to say Hastings.
Hastings United.
Hey, we've discussed this, and this isn't on the managers. This isn't on the players. When you know, I made a comment in our chat, didn't I? Saying, you know, I think Penn said, congratulations on staying up.
Yeah.
And I said, there should be no congratulations on that.
Yeah, you did.
Hastings are a big club with a big following that shouldn't be put in those kind of sentences.
Well, I weren't there, right? And don't get me wrong, when the final whistle blew, I was actually on the phone. I was on the phone today for the last 5 minutes, right? And when the final whistle blew, I just said, "Right, job done. I'll see you when I get back." That like, and even said that to the manager and staff, like, you know, like kind of mission complete sort of thing. But we have underperformed football club. And again, I'm not going to go into it massively because I did about 4 episodes ago.
It takes one to say your club was the one.
Yeah, but
respect that.
Thank God we're not a county league football side as Hastings United.
Yeah,
I could never. I don't know how I'd ever live that down. But they're not, and the club lives to fight another day.
Well, I think you're going to have great things there next year anyway.
Cheers, mate. Right, let's go to the Prem.
This week gets a bit busy, doesn't it?
Lancing for me.
Yeah, look. That is a tough one.
I'll tell you why I'll say that. Because it'll come in with all piss and vinegar in the summer. Dean Cox wanted the job for about 12 months. Was going to every game under every last manager, sniffing it. And that's the truth. Don't have to pretend. Proposals were sent in to Matt, the chairman, the lot, yeah? Got it and bombed it.
Get that.
Got it and bombed it. Like, there's no point pretending. And you can say there was financial constraints and all that. And that is absolutely fine, right? But when you like a club of that size, of a name like Dean Cox, yeah, respected name, yeah, respected player, agreed.
Great player,
yeah, great player.
I have a good relationship with Dean.
Yeah, and I'm not. This isn't not as in a personal attack, but we have to. We're open and honest here, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. Wanted the job for ages. Finally got the job. His proposal obviously worked. Went in there, knew there was going to be budget constraints. He didn't go in there with his eyes closed. He knew there was problems, but obviously felt he could do a job, right? You went and done the podcast with him, Mike, I remember.
Yeah.
It was a big talk.
And then it was actually a week later they left. It was unbelievable. I just edited the podcast and they're gone.
I would have thought a manager of he badged to Burgess Hill. He'd done all right at Lancing previously. He obviously left them to go to Burgess Hill, didn't do great there, got sacked. Is what it is, right? And that's football, by the way. We're always going to get the sack. They're always a couple of games away from the sack in football. That's the truth. That's just that's how it works. But you would have thought with him and his assistant that they would have had a pool of players that they could have pulled favours from. They surely went into that job knowing the restrictions and knowing that because it was open then, and I believe there was in the meetings, Martin, when he met with candidates, told them what the situation was. And I believe Martin for a fact would have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, 100% he did do that.
Right. So
he had to, let's say, manage expectations.
Yeah. Yeah.
When everyone was saying it's either going to be them or Steading to win the league.
All right,
People talk about
exactly. And they were saying that. And look, I'm going to say this for a fact. I'm not saying they underperformed because I think they should have won the league. But Lancing, the size of the club in that division should have been a pool enough. And to be fair, the new management team have brought in a few better players. We have to be honest with
you. Yeah, definitely.
But they have finished second from bottom when you probably would have accepted a mid-table finish. And there's no, and the reason why I say they're the underperforming team is because there's no mid-table teams you look at. Maybe a New Haven that you would say could have been playoff, or should have been up there in the playoffs. So if there's none of those, then you have to look at the bottom of the table. And with all due respect to Shaw, and with Lowell leaving as quick as he did, and the gaffers with a significant lack of experience from both of them, and player pool, with all due respect, they're always going to get relegated. And we called it months ago, yeah. Lance, however, shouldn't have.
I find it hard to argue against that with the way you've stated the case there and the way that we actually know the people at the very top of that club.
Yeah.
We know how he's had to save that club financially. Look, make no fucking mistake about it. That club could have gone bang.
Mm-hmm.
Really is, you know. But so they've stabilised off there. So yeah, it's tough. Tough for that. Okay. Yeah. Again, I'd agree with that one.
Right. Could we quickly go to again another one of my old clubs, mate? It's all my old clubs. Maybe I'm the common denominator. All this. I mean, I'm the problem. Maybe I'm not the project. Maybe I'm the problem, Billy Wood.
The problem, Billy Wood.
I'm going to say Upfield, and I'm up for people debating this, by the way, and I'm going to tell you why I think that. Okay. So we were points per game top 3 side in that league. Yeah. My old assistant manager went in as manager this year. When I left, we were top. We were the 3rd best side in that league, effectively. So I'm going to read their lineup from their first game of the season, and this is why I say it's been a bit of a shit. Ollie Thompson, centre half.
Yeah.
For me. Riley Tate was my captain. Macca Styles was my right back. Tyler Pearson played for me. Connor Martin played for me. Blake Larby didn't, but he trialled with me that year. Harry Howes ended up playing for Hastings and East Grinstead step 4 this year as a goalkeeper. Played for me there. Shane Harper was my left back. Gilly, again, a player that we looked at as a centre midfielder, didn't. Billy Critt, on his day, he's played for Eastbourne Borough. He's that good, yeah. And if you ask,
what went wrong?
If you ask Aggie about Billy Critt and Riley Tate,
you know I love
2 players. Here go. Like Riley Tate's one of his favourite players, right? That good. And then you look at, and last but not least on that list, Archie Carey, who's like the captain. He was vice captain under Tatey for me, but he's got the most lovely hair in football. The best guy.
I like yours today.
Looks beautiful, not like me, but he's got beautiful hair, beautiful man.
You've got a toupee on today, actually, mate.
Oh, I know it's just been washed, mate.
Oh, it's still intact.
Looks thicker. Looks like in Turkey, but
he was never in Boston.
I wish I had, mate. I wish I had the money for that. But with Archie Carey, he looks like he couldn't be, but he's an old school centre half, old school Edit Kickett centre half, and would have been. Well, it's rubbish when you left last year, Bill. To fair, was all right, okay, whatever. But the players that were there at the start of the season, mate, were all very good players that played for me, right? Archie Carey was a big factor in Jimmy Holman's development as a centre half. Now Jimmy's playing for Eastbourne Town step 4. He played alongside Archie and learned a hell of a lot from Archie. And I'm sure Jimmy's dad, Wilford, would say the same, and so would Jimmy. All right. So there's players there. Okay, good to hear Tomo's back. What a great guy. But look at that team. I would say that team for me is playoffs. So they've got to get in the playoffs, and they've been relegated. So that's why I'm saying it. But I think there's loads of other candidates out there, and it'd be good for me to shut up now and let you two speak about candidates.
Might be a bit controversial, this one.
Go on.
Because everyone would be people would be saying your outfields, your locks was maybe. For me, so good.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I see that.
Because they've got to be disappointed with how this season's gone.
Yeah.
You know, because on their day they can turn over anyone. You see them, and then you see them go on a run, and then you see them die off.
That's the one with the chairman that does everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Flip flops in the dugout.
oh, no, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, for me, that's a club that people don't want to go to play because they don't know what kind of teams Oakwood are turning up on the day.
No,
you know?
I didn't like playing them. I was Oakwood. We beat them in the league 2-0 and 1-0, I think. But I think we drew with them 0-0 and lost on penalties to them in one of the cups. We rotated players out, but I like Oakwood. I really like the kind of the honest.
I didn't know that, Brad. I didn't know that, but
I like they're honest. It's just honest, isn't it? It's an honest place.
Yeah, it is. So that's it. Monty, what's yours? Before we wrap up on again an incredible night of numbers for everyone, by the way.
I mean, obviously we all know the reasonings behind why they are where they are, but Dorking Wanderers B. I mean, obviously they've got a young team. Obviously they work on the rotations of like the college years, but still,
it's the first years they've got this year, isn't it? It's the first
yeah. But still, I'd expect them to be higher than 13th. I mean, they've got 38 points. They're 1 point ahead of Ringmer, who have had 3 points deducted from them.
Yeah, that's not good
so
enough, is it?
It's
what
just
did you get 3 points deducted for?
Building an ineligible player.
Oh, okay.
So for me, Dorking not being good enough. And on your point about Oakwood there as well, let's not forget Oakwood are the 1 in 1 and 31 for Copthorne. They're the only team Copthorne have beat this season. They beat them 4-1.
Oh God!
Wow. I did see their 3 points on there.
Back on the 23rd of September at Horsham in front of all of 19 people.
Good team.
And actually, that wasn't their lowest attendance.
No.
Because I did see attendance 11 or 12 there.
11, yeah.
Yeah. Which is, everyone was paying 40 quid to get in.
I think one of their attendances they counted all the players and the subs and the managers a lot. There's some clubs that do that, by the way.
Well, they're 10 against Jarvis Brook. Jeez.
There are clubs that do that. They go.
No, they don't, Bill.
32 people in here, plus 11, 22. Oh, 5 on it. They've got 5 subs. They got 4 subs. He got 2 managers and he's got a physio.
That's embarrassing.
Clubs do it. Some clubs do it. Seen it happen, mate.
Right, guys. Again, incredible show. Bill, just getting that flight back early.
It's all right, mate. It's all right. They looked after me on the way home. Shout out to Lucy. She was a fantastic flight attendant. Yeah.
Bill was on his Learjet Gulfstream, the G5 this morning, flying into Gatwick there. He had the Monty lent him the roller to be picked up from to get him to home so he could freshen up whilst me and Penn frantically were deciding whether Bill was going to be here today, But
the Jay-Z music video, mate. Like, I could hear "Excuse Me, Miss" playing in the background as I walk off the jet, get into the cigar was waiting for me, feet up, taking to Hastings.
Where are you boys this week? Where you off? You're obviously at Hastings, and who you got, Money?
We're down at Peacehaven, so we're looking to get back-to-back wins. Sign off the Jack Monday era in style. Obviously, we've been on a good run of form, so we're actually quite confident going into it.
Well, if you lose, you might be signed off the Montgomery era as well. That's what I'll be thinking. I don't fancy it.
I am going to Jersey this weekend, but I'm also looking. Any suggestions for games? Tuesday and Thursday night would be great. 23.
Yes, that's the point. Yeah, there's cup finals on Wednesday.
Yeah, so any games like not tomorrow night, I'm not available. No, actually, I'm not available this Tuesday either. Just Thursday. If there's any under 23s ratings games, let me know.
There will be. If not, he can always play paddleball and a bit of that, in there. So, guys, thank you ever so much. Incredible numbers again. Blows me away. Really does. Yes. It does. It blows me away how many of you start and watch this.
Amazing. Thank you, guys.
We'll be going through pre-season. Thank you ever so much to Freedom Leisure. I'm going to drop some marketing material tomorrow on the socials, so I want to explain a little bit more about the good stuff that they do there in the community. I want you to get to know them. They're going to be, they've agreed to do some deals to the end of the year here, end of the season.
Say, sign up, get fit. Don't be fat like me and Mike.
Yeah. Don't do the fat jabs, because look.
No, Mike, I'm tempted. I'm not going to lie. And I'm not big.
Look. Let's be real, yeah? In 6 weeks, I've gone from 16.10 to 14.11.
Oh, mate, it's madness.
Mate, I'll tell you what, right? Do you know what, yeah? You look at food differently.
What one are you on? Are you on the Manjaro?
My wife will tell you. It does begin with it.
I'll drop my wife a message afterwards and we'll get the beer.
She loves you, Bill. She loves you.
Loads of time. Loads of time for the wife.
But, but look, mate, it is weird. And look, surely there's not there's problems about these Ozempics and stuff like that. Look, if I lose any more, I'll start looking a bit weird.
You have to stop now, I think.
But I'm gonna have to I've actually been to the gym a few times this week. I've actually decided to start using my membership that cost me 140 quid a month. And because that's a lot of money to pay to go to the sauna twice a week. It really is. Up there. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Stabley. Thank you, that mate. Yeah, I appreciate that.
He's looking well as well, by the way.
I saw that. That's Westfield's manager there. Shout out. Step 6 to Westfield. Shout out, boys.
Oh, the boys.
Let everyone go now. Incredible. Again, well over 2,000 of you watching. Well over 2,200 of you watching, which is amazing. Thank you, everyone, for the support. Thank you, Freedom Leisure, for coming on board. Thank you to Montgomery, Jeffrey, George, Edward, Alfred, Wilson, Price, and in bed by 10, Lee Penn. Guys, have a wonderful Monday morning. It's work tomorrow. Take care.